Can't work without a clock going.
He's a bit
Nearly dropped it then.
A
with a bit
bit
of
frazzled as our man up here.
I'm going to get you to get started this time, Liam, and
I've got you covered when it goes to the Gembrook end.
Thank you very much.
Okay, it's going to be umpire Greg Malone to get us underway. And Liam Verkin also get us on the road.
The ball is up and no one could get the tap down. It went down to McKinlay, who got the first disposal. Handball came quickly that time from White. Kinglake should get the first clearance, although the umpires found a free kick for a throw and will go the way of Kinglake. It'll be taken by Graff. So he's on the edge of their defensive 50. And he gives off to a teammate straight away who kicks just up the highway, the middle of the ground. It's going to be an intercept mark there to Alexandra. They'll bring the ball out to the broadcast side. The mark has been taken nicely by Joseph Daniel. He'll go inside forward 50 and Leo might have to take over here.
Well, it just misses everybody. Goes over the head right in that forward pocket and it's just going to skedaddle over the boundary line for a throw in. So a good start there. Probably could have centred the ball a little bit more there. Take a bit of a chance, but forward pocket throw in. For Alexandra.
Kennedy's got one of your favourite haircuts there, Leo. 28 for Kinglake.
Okay. Well, look at those haircuts.
Short back and sides.
Short back and sides.
Nice
little tap out. Trying to kick it out there in a hurry, but unfortunately couldn't get a foot to it. It was Langford of Kinglake diving on the football there. Is Galea. Is he going to get pinged for holding the ball? Umpire said no prior opportunity. Good tackle laid there by McAllister, and it's going to be a ball up. 50 out from Alex's goal. Kicking to the township. Well, Gembrook end of the ground here at Alex. I'm going in the ruck. Everyone's got to put their hand up. So up she goes. Bang, nice little tap out there. That was McKinley of Alexandra. Can he find a teammate? There's a lot of players around the footy at the moment trying to break his way through for Kinglake.
Hold the footy.
Was McAuliffe. Tried to break the tackle, got caught, and the correct decision, and it's going to go to way of Alex. Oh, they're very close to the man on the mark there. Goes straight down the middle of the ground. Oh, crunch. Butterworth stood his ground. Did quite nicely there. Quick kick out of the pack. Nicely done over there by Norris. Goes to the top of the square, but the mark's been taken and playing on straight away with it is Kennedy.
He kicks across to the outer side and finds Horman. Horman plays on quickly, looking up to the wing position, but it's intercepted here by Alex. Oh, he played on and then he's been done for holding the ball because he didn't get his foot to the kick. And resulting free kick is going to go to Ethan Robinson. He kicks short, but he's kicked it straight to Alex as well.
Playing kick to kick.
They are. No one wanting to hold on to possession here at the moment, Leo. Kick towards through. That's good work by Butterworth coming through. Got the spoil on. Picking it up here is Ron King. His kick towards half forward for Kinglake. Comes off the pack. That Nixon coming through. It is. Got his handball out. And Kinglake getting into their forward 50.
Kinglake now trying to hold the ball inside forward 50, but Alexandra doing nicely to batter up and trying to get the ball out. Quick handball came that time nicely from a box, I think it was, and the ball has come right down to the outer side here, and it's going to go inside forward 50. Good one-on-one there, and the ball went through the hands of Daniel, and it's gone out of bounds for a throw-in outer side.
Well, there's a few turnovers already, guys. 3 minutes gone, no score on the board at all, but quite a few turnovers already. Just settling down these two sides. Early scores going to be worth a fortune here today. The throw in 50 out from Alex's goal once again. McKinley over the top for Alex, gets the tap down. There's a lot of green and yellow jumpers out there. And seeing it over the boundary line for another throw in is Benny White of Kinglake. And we'll have a secondary throw in. So boundary umpire, they're even starting to wait now too. Just throw the ball in, son. Throw in now. Nice, good long throwing too. Went right over the top of everybody. It was Graff who got the right fist in it there for Kinglake, trying to kick the footy off the ground and moving it further forward. Kinglake, can they do so? It was missed off the ground that time by McAllister. Alex can't get hold of it at the moment. Kinglake go back through the centre corridor, kicking it on the left foot. Not too bad. It was McAllister once again, but they turn it over. Alex got the footy now. Come straight back to the broadcast side of the ground. Over everybody's head once again. No one can hit a target at this stage. Is that in the back? The umpire says no. Handball from Douglas. Gave it across to a teammate. Nicely done too. It was White with it. Goes to centre wing. A nice little bounce straight in the bread basket there of McAuliffe. And go to the forward 50. Nixon just runs into a bloke. No, in fact, it's not Nixon. It's Fairchild up there. Picks it up. Can you get the resulting handball? No, he can't. And a little kick off the ground there on the left side. And it's gone through for a behind. That might have been Pyman, wasn't it?
Yep, Pyman.
The Eggman first score on the board goes the way of Kinglake. They are that soldier behind. They lead Alex yet to score. We've been going just over 4 minutes.
Kick out towards the coach's box at pavilion side of the ground. It comes off hands. They've kept it in front of them here, Alex, and they can move up to the wing. Ball's a bit slippery though, and it has been dropped, but they've still got some numbers here around the ball. Handball out the back. Couldn't quite take clear possession of that either. And Kinglake are able to get back in their hands through Douglas up towards half forward. Handball out there was from Langford, and now into the hands of Horman. He kicks towards the leading player out there. It's hit the deck. No marks being paid, and there's going to be a ball up on the outer side just near the scoreboard that sees Kinglake on one behind. Alexandra yet to score. 5 minutes in. Ball goes up in the air, tap down in front. Galea is the first man to get it, but he's tackled immediately. There's going to be another ball up in the same position.
The old saying might come true in a minute. Too many stoppages will result in a free kick.
Oh, jump over the back there. Might have been a chance, but handball over the top here from Alex. The player running onto it. He's got it now. Handball's underground. It must be a bit drier out of there, Leo. Still a bit slippery though. They've got a clearing kick here, and it's been taken by Jonathan Noy. So he's just in front of the scoreboard. He can look up towards the wing. Kinglake have come back in good numbers. Comes off hands, and they're able to pick it up here through Ben White. He kicks it back to whence it came, through the hands of Joshy Nixon. It's a Galea there. Got weave through 1 or 2 and got a handball out, but it's Ben White with another intercept. Kicks it around the corner, and standing in the way is the builder, Leo.
Yeah, had the nice wall, didn't he, back there? We're going to come up with that all the time. Goes down the line. On the core scoreboard side of the ground, over everybody's head. Can they get a quick kick out of the pack? They cannot. Umpire lets them play on. Handball out in no man's land. Been picked up here, and no one to give it to then either was Diggobreel. That's an interesting name, but I don't know him. And it's going to be another ball up. Jason Diggobreel. Diggobreel. We'll go with that. Umpire Malone's got it. In front of the scoreboard. Shows Kinglake one behind. Alex yet to score. Neither Ruppin really got a fingertip to it, but it's Alex with the clearance now as they come straight down the middle of the ground. Here's an opportunity. It's 2 on 1, 1 on 2. No, Butterworth spoils just in time. Opportunity now as a little handball comes out. Alex straight down the middle of the ground. There's no one in the goal square. She bounces once, bounces twice, and it just skids through for the first goal of the afternoon. And that was a kick out there by Teddy Watkin. And that is the first goal, and it goes the way of the Rebels. They are that score 1 goal straight 6. And they lead Kinglake 1 behind. 7 minutes gone, quarter number 1. So just get it down there as quick as you can, boys.
It's like kicking downhill towards the Gembrook end, Leo.
There's no hill, it's flat. Is that starting to rain again, or is that the cloud coming in?
Yeah, it is. It's a light rain starting to fall. It's actually got just a little bit heavier.
Mist in the cloud. We're in the cloud, Leo, at the moment. It's just the mist.
Well, seriously, made a movie there, didn't they?
Around the grounds, the Tigers have up by Tacoma and got the first goal there against the Lynn. They're up 6-1. Doveton are up 2 points to 0 on Wannon, and Cranbourne are 1 behind ahead of Woori.
Thank you very much there, Cam. Both hands were there by both ruckmen. Galea had a handball out, and now it's going to go the way of Kinglake. They're going to the hill end. There was a quick kick there that was almost effective there by McAuliffe, and now the ball's just hovering around the inside 50 area with a lot of players trying to slide in and try and get possession of the footy. They do so now, but it's Alexandra getting the handball. Received that time was Kelly. He kicks inboard. Finds a teammate, kicks it to the outer side in front of the interchange benches. Mark taken. He'll slow it down a little bit and try and look for an option.
Just moving it a bit better at the moment, the Rebels.
Absolutely.
Just taking their time. The rain is starting to come down a bit more than the mist now.
It'll soften up that ground even more as there's a kick down the line to a genuine one-on-one and get his hands over the back of his opponent and taking a good mark was Hannah. So Luke Hannah now on the wing. Pavilion side, kicks down the line, back in front of his interchange bench to about a pack of 4. No one could get the mark out of the back, and now Alexandra did try and come away with it, and the umpire's actually played hole in the footy there.
Oh, really?
A little bit unlucky there. Didn't think he had much of a prior opportunity, but nonetheless, a good tackle and a free kick will go the way of Robinson. Robinson. Oh, sorry, Leo. Robinson plays on, kicks inside forward 50. Is about 3 onto 1 there. And the umpire once again has found a free kick and will go the way of the Rebels. And you can take over now, Leo, as the ball's out on the outer side.
Yeah, well, Builder did that again. Kicked it straight out to the scoreboard side of the ground, and they are out in here if they want to be.
That's nice.
Alex, nicely done too. Pretzel, yes, it was. The mark was dropped, but they good enough to go back and get it. Now they can go into the centre of the ground looking for and finding Diggobreel. He goes straight down the middle of the ground. There's loose players all over the place now. Oh, just getting a handball in time. Probably should have got a kick. Unfortunately, couldn't find a player. Good shepherd laid there by Butterworth. Lets his teammate get 3 there. That's in Douglas. Goes out the outside the ground. The mark has been taken over there by McAuliffe. Over the top of everyone's head. 1, 2, 3 grabs. Should be paid. It has. And it's Builder once again. Plays on now, gives it to a teammate. Now it's about 20 metres out from goal, over the back of the pack, waiting there for the crumbs, and unfortunately didn't get his way was Norris. Can he pick it up now? There's a handball over the top. It's in the hands of Norris. Yes, no, yes, he's been tackled. Handball out in the open spaces. Umpire just lets him go at the moment. And which way is that going to go?
Going to Kinglake.
To Kinglake, and it's going to go the way of Tyler McDonald.
Yeah, so he's looking straight away to go back towards the wing. He's not looking to switch to the heavier track side of the ground. Oh, it's through his teammates' hands of Adams there. Yeah, they're able to butter up here.
Oh.
They are. Kinglake through McAllister. He's kicked towards it, Nixon, but it's gone through his hands as well. He's pushed off the ball. But fairly, says the umpire. Builder's doing a good job in that back line there, half back line, Leo. And they're able to pick it up and get a forward stoppage here, Alexandra. We'll be able to see how they can set up and see if they can get a score from this. They're about 30 metres out, directly in front from goal.
Doing all right at the moment, Alex. So just look a little bit smoother at the moment. So up she goes once again. It's not too far away. Tap out was sharked over there by Adams. Can they get clear? Bit of a check side kick out of the forward 50 of Alexandra. It's a bit of chase on once more. Being picked up there, and the handball will half a throw by Hannah. Finds his teammate there, and they go straight down the pavilion side of the ground. Nice kick out there by Robinson, and a good mark low to the ground. And Kinglake there, just got to be very, very careful there, boys. And free kick there going away of Robertson. And the rain is going. Umpire says you've run around, so play on. So Robertson kicks it along towards the forward 50 on the outer side, and a good little mark taken out there, 50 metres from home.
Fairchild.
And Fairchild. I'm not sure if he can make the distance with the rain coming down, the sun shining at the same time. You get all the seasons in one go out here. And good lead and a good mark taken, and Kinglake. Nixon with it?
Yep.
And it is. And normally a good kick, but is the distance too far? He's got to kick it about 50. Yeah. So Joshy Nixon lining up. Got to kick it about 45 plus. Coming in now. It's a high kick. Good looking drop punt off the boot. Absolutely no problems whatsoever. Drifted a little left to right, and goal umpire says that's good enough for me. And Josh Nixon gets his first goal, and the first for Kinglake as they go to 1-1-7. They lead Alex 1 straight 6. We've been going at 12 minutes and quarter and number 1.
Yeah, around the grounds, Leo, in Division 1. Other games there, Seville have got 2 goals on the board straight away over Mount Evelyn, 1 goal. Hillsville have got a good start. They're 2-2-14, leading Belgrave yet to score. Berwick Springs are also yet to score against Officer, who are 1-1-7. And Jebra Cockatoo, Leo, have got the lead so far. They're 1-2-8, leading Emerald, 1 straight goal. Some accurate kicking around the grounds, which is good to see, Leo.
All back in the air. Kinglake won the hit out that time, but it looks like Alexandra will try and get the centre clearance, and that should have been a free kick for a high tackle, but none coming toward. And now Alexandra will go inside forward 50, genuine one-on-one here. Quit getting his hands to it, but not able to bring it down was Watkin. As Alexandra go further forward, Pretzel, we might have to take over.
Yeah, no, good. Norris, good tap around here to his teammates. Snap on goal has just gone a little bit to the right, and kicking that one there was James Box. His first score on the board is a behind, and Alexandra now 1-1-7, equaling Kinglake's 1-1-7. We've been going 13 minutes in the first quarter.
Well, good effort there too. The sun keeps shining here at Alexandra. We do get a lot of special comments in the box as well.
Around the grounds.
Very good. How are they going? What else we got?
Other local game here. Yay, they've got the early lead. They're 2 straight goals, 12 to Yarra Junction, 1-1-7. And Powtown are on the board with that 1 goal, still leading Yarra Glen at 0.
Okay, coming in to kick the ball in will be Christopher with a K, Douglas. Now he can run as far as he likes, and off he goes. Goes back to the outside of the ground. Good long kick it is too. Right outside the forward 50. In front. That's a good strong mark too. Not quite sure who that is.
No, Watkin, I believe.
Watkin, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. And he gives it off to a teammate. They're going inside the forward pocket and looking for, and that's a lovely kick. And the mark's been taken on chest by the skipper and Braden Norris. Will we see one of these fancy kicking around the corner type kicks?
They didn't do that in his day, Leo.
No, we just kicked the ball straight through the middle. We didn't have to do any of this kicking around corner stuff.
He's setting up to go around it.
So not.
Oh, that's why he should have got straight, Leo.
No, it's a great pass. He dished that off. No doubt about that. Kicked it straight down the throat of James Box, and I think that was predetermined to do that.
it was a wobbly barrel. It definitely wasn't a banana.
It ended up being not a bad wobbly top, wasn't it?
Yes.
But anyway, opportunity now. Couple of
one
steps.
step.
Just drifted a little bit to the right-hand side. Goal umpire leaned on his left leg, but said, that's a goal. A few of the boys out there thought it might have been a behind, but James Blocks kicks his first. And the, would you say, the assist goes to Braden Norris, does it?
Yeah.
2-1-13 now, Alex. Leading Kinglake 1-1-7 on our scoreboard. We've been going 14 and a half minutes. Quarter
Captain's
number
got
one.
to share it around, Leo.
We do indeed. So, look, if you kick those little corner kicks on the wrong side of the footy, it makes you look like a dill. Turned out quite all right there for the Rebs. So it's back in the centre with umpire Eggington.
So the ball's back up now. Wet afternoon here as the rain just still falls a little bit. Winning the hit out was Kinglake, and it's going to be wrapped up as soon as it's been hit out. Both players had no chance getting rid of that. So the umpire has balled it back up now. Getting a good leap, but not giving above his teammate at that time, and getting the hit out for Alexandra was McKinley. And they're going to go forward, a little bit of soccer here, potentially try and tap the ball along the ground. They might get a clear kick at it inside forward 50 now. They do. Mark should be paid here. There was no sign of play on as the ball looked like it travelled the distance. And now the umpire's found a free kick for a push in the back, and it'll go the way of Alexandra. And it'll be taken once again by Watkin by the looks of it.
Yeah, Teddy Watkin. And about, wide is he? 30 metres out.
By the point of where he would kick it, I would say yes, 35 out.
He's just got to
maybe.
find a nice dry spot to plant that left foot when he puts his sliver into it, Leo. It's always the tricky bit in the mud. The young folks wouldn't be aware of that.
No.
So Watkins in now. Kick is on the way. It stays about 8 feet off the ground, but just drifts across through for a behind. That's 1-1 for him on the afternoon. And Alexandra have a 7-point lead, 2-2-14 to Kinglake's 1-1-7. We've gone 16 minutes first quarter.
So take two, Douglas once again. This time wants to go straight up the middle of the ground. Here's a bit of a risk for Kinglake as he goes straight up the middle of the ground in front there, but couldn't take the mark. Alex had ball over the top. Was Butterworth to his teammate there in McAllister, and off they run now. It was in the hands of White. Goes straight down the middle of the ground, looking for and finding Jossie Nixon. No, is it? Is it Fairchild?
Boys.
We'll have to wait and see. It is Fairchild.
Nixon's heading into the goal square at the moment.
He's 20 kilos heavy.
And yeah, well, he's only got one mountain on the front of his jumper, Andrew Fairchild, and of course, Jossie Nixon's got a whole mountain range, hasn't he? So Andrew Fairchild, he's going to be kicking from about 45 metres out. We know it drifts a little bit left from here. Just saw Jossie Nixon kick a beautiful goal a few minutes ago. So Fairchild from about 45 metres out. Coming in now. It's going to stay out the right-hand side. You've got to go to the left goal post there. Made the distance not a problem. Unfortunately for Kinglake, it goes through for a behind. They go to 1-2-8. They trail Alex 2-2-14, and now 17 and a half minutes gone, quarter number one.
I'm wondering when they're going to light the bonfire to heat the whole ground, Leo, just behind the goals.
Look at the size of it.
I think they'll melt the goalposts
Well,
if they
reminds me
did
of my days when I was a young fella in Upper Gully. We used to build one. It took us all year. It was fantastic.
Kings Park.
Yeah, from the kick out, there's been a push in the back or paid here, and it's going to go the way of Kinglake in front of the scoreboard. So get a repeat entry here into the forward 50. Kick it to the hot spot, but it's only Alexandra there. But roving the pack, everybody for Alex went up, and staying down was Kinglake, having a snap-on goal. It's going straight towards the boundary line, was Scotty McAuliffe, and we're going to see a resulting boundary throw-in on that outer side. So both Alex just need to talk a little bit more there. They went up uncontested in the for that marking contest.
Slipped
Going
off
to
the
see a
boundary
repeat throw-in. Yep.
That's good. Calling it back. Just fell off the boundary umpire's hand. The ball's a bit slippery.
Yeah, well, the game I did at several in the mud the other week, Leo. It was definitely slippery and unusual.
They find the rest of your shoe.
Nah, it's still I think.
Cool, that's a good tackle. Late umpire let that go. I didn't think they got rid of it correctly, but just let it go. A little tight quarters there. Nicely got out of that with the Rebels. But unfortunately, it's been marked on the outer side by
Kennedy, I think. Kennedy?
It is Kennedy. So he goes straight back in that forward 50. A lot of players go up for the footy. No one can take the mark. There's a lot of Rebels in front. It's been picked up and handballed out there by Galea.
Oh, good smother.
And it was smothered in front of the scoreboard. You're all under a lot of pressure, but the Rebels can get out of this. Goes down the boundary side of the ground. And they've still got a hold of it. Oh, it's slippery everywhere. Players are just falling over hand over fist at the moment, but they just keep moving the ball forward, gaining a bit of territory. Alexandra, nobody can pick it up. A game of soccer taking place at this stage. They're on hands and knees. Umpire lets him go as the ball fills out. Handball came out to no one in particular. A bit of a slap behind the ear. The umpire didn't see that. Oh, that could be kicking in danger. And it is. It's going to go the way of Alex. And they come, Kinglake rather, comes straight across the ground. There's an opportunity now for Kinglake as they switch the play.
White had a nice bounce for him, sat up for him beautifully, got it and kicks it to a teammate, and the mark has been taken on the lead by Homer. Campbell's over the top, quick kick there from a call lift down the line, didn't find a target, and fumbling it over the line professionally, and a pretty good spot for the Lakers. I'd be happy with that. Another chance to even up the scores if they can here, as we're just about to enter the time on period here in the first quarter. Ball's about to be tossed back in, is so now. Went through both hands of the ruckman there.
That's kicked into the crowd.
It's going to the netball court.
Right on top of that umbrella.
And nearly took out someone's head there. And for a free kick out in the full. And it'll go the way of Kinglake, and White will take it once again. He plays on straight away. Sort of squares the kick nicely and taking it on the lead. There, that time it looks to be Langford. Who's just got a bit of a cramp from it too.
Or a corky going on here too.
Maybe even worse. He's going to come straight
off
from the ground, so White will take the kick once again. He plays on. Should slam the ball inside forward 50. He does. Sits it up towards the top. Coming in from the side, a couple of Alexandra players couldn't bring the ball down. Getting a handball quickly was Watkin.
Ooh.
Did find a teammate, and they could have a chance to get away, but they won't. It's a free kick. Good tackle for Award there. McAllister will take the free kick, kicks it out to the wider pocket, and taking another strong mark there out in the lead on the chest. That's beautifully is Nixon.
And he's missed a throw that he's missed a few that he's had to reach for this afternoon, but that one was just down in front, and he's able to take the really strong chest mark.
Well, he's right on that arc there, which is about 40-45 metres by my recollection. It doesn't look like a 50, but he did kick one from about this similar distance on the opposite side of the 50-metre arc. So we know he can make it. Josh Nixon's kicked one goal so far this afternoon for Kinglake. So coming in and kicking it right on that 50-metre arc or 40-metre arc. Comes off the boot reasonably well. I don't know if anybody touched that.
Got pretty close to
Kinglake reckons they no one touched it. And we're coming here for a referral. It's coming up to us, Pretz.
Review it.
We've got a score review. And we reckon it wasn't touched. Oh, it was touched. So unluckily there. It's been gone through for a behind off the boot of Nixon, 139 Kinglake. Alex 2-2-14, 21, nearly 22 minutes gone in quarter number one. The ball's gone out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw in, is it? Should be a throw in. If they play off, there we go.
Yep.
There they play on from fullback. It's a throw in. Nice little tap out that time. It was well done. Over the top went Kinglake. They can play on into that forward pocket. Just can't get there in time. Was Fairchild, or has he taken the mark? He has.
He's got the mark.
Well, I didn't know if it was over the boundary line or not. It must have been right on the boundary line. And the coach in Fairchild got a very tough kick here. Is he going to try one of these little kicks around the corner? We'll see what happens. I think he is.
He's setting up for it.
Setting up for it, Liam.
Yep.
And let's see if he can do this. He's going to run right out the boundary line and then hook it around his left shoulder. Out he comes. He gets a pretty good purchase on that. Is it going to hold its line? And that's going to be one of the great goals of the day. And there's no problems with that one. It wasn't touched. And Andrew Fairchild kicks his first goal. And they just sneak into the front. Kinglake 2-3-10. 2-3-10. 2-3-15. Now lead Alex 2-2-14. I forgot to add GST. And it's 23 minutes gone in quarter number one. What a good mark. Great goal, that one, Liam.
Yeah, it was a good mark. He was going to go the drop punt and then said, you know what, I'll go the snap. And he took the 2 or 3 steps needed to set himself up properly to finish off there. And that was a pretty good goal. Must have got the right enough amount of bend to just sneak it through.
Certainly did.
Anyway, the ball's back in the middle now. Alexandra, I think, will respond and get that lead back just before quarter time. There's no one that's going to get that ball out, although I ate my own words and they do so now. And Alexandra go inside the forward 50. Better 2-on-2 here. Watkins up against 2. Ball comes to ground nicely. And they'd be quite happy to lock it in here, Alexandra. It's in a threatening spot. The umpire will call for it. Around about 25 out from their goal.
There's a big... Poor old Butterworth, he's as bald as a badger and he's got this big clot of mud on the top, looks like a wig. Just oh, that or a big dodo bird had a bit of a accident on top of his head, yeah. It looks so funny, it took it off. Big clod. Well, it's about 20 metres out there from Alex's goal, just about on quarter time. Umpire Higgins says, get out me road, I'm going to come out the back. Up she goes, Butterworth in the ruck, reaches over the top. No one really got the tap out there. McKinley could have got a little bit of a free kick around the corner. Went with, the ball was King, the skipper of a Kinglake. Can they get out of here in a hurry? Good tackle. Umpire says it's all right. He just let it go, I thought. And now the free kick has been paid the way of Alex. It's gone against there of Leslie Adams. And Alex want to get in there, put it in about 20 metres out from goal. Set a whistle and play. There's a free kick. The umpire Malone has seen a hold, and the free kick going to go the way of Alex's, and this is Teddy Watkin with it.
He started well this quarter. I liked his contest in the forward 50 for Alex.
He could have kicked 2. Well, he's kicked 1-1. Now he's only about 15 out directly in front. No need to check side this.
Well, you've just got to get it accurately on the boot and not slip over, Leo.
Yeah, keep your balance. Drop the ball, hang onto it, and kick it straight through. Looked all right off the boot, goes straight over the goal umpire's head. 2 goals there to Teddy Watkin, and they get the lead back to Alex. They go to 3-2-20. They lead Kinglake 2-3-15. We're going just on 25 minutes, quarter number 1. And that is a nice little goal coming into quarter time, Liam.
Yeah, they did that. Said they will respond, and
you did.
Bit of a free kick there. That was a little bit, maybe a bit lucky, maybe, who knows. But Watkins kicked his second and third on the afternoon for Alexandra, and it's a good game so far.
What's happening, Brett?
Other scores in Division 2, we've got Powtown 4-2-26 leading Yarra Glen at 2-1-13, and Yay 3-1-19 trailing now Yarra Junction 4-2-26.
Ball back in the middle of the ground now. Alexandra will go inside forward 50 again. Can they get another one before quarter time? No, not with a good mark like that taken by Butterworth. He takes it in defensive 50, kicks to the outer side. Mark taken there by Kennedy. He plays on straight away to the middle of the ground. He finds McAllister, who they were going up the highway here, but it could come unstuck for them as Alexandra. They intercept the ball. It wasn't taken cleanly, but they've done enough to gather themselves. Just went through the hands there that time as they were nearly out of the back here and having another chance to go inside forward 50. But the Kinglake numbers here are really good, and they'll try to bring the ball out of their defensive 50 on the outer side. They should do. And it looks like the ball actually just might run out of real estate and go out of bounds, although it is staying in nicely. A lot of players bubbling around for the football. And there's a free kick for a hold.
Sling or hold.
Even a dangerous tackle of sorts even. It'll go the way of Alexandra as they look to push forward again.
Well, can they get it back in? Can't be too long to go till quarter time. Umpire says you can just get around your mark a little bit. It's too far to have a shot. And they just stay on that forward pocket line, keep it out of bounds there. They cannot do so. Mark wasn't held there by Watkins, so the umpire just lets it go, and it's gone out of bounds off hands. And it's going to be a throw in. So 20 leads 15. The Rebels in front at the moment. What else you got for us, Pretz?
Premier Division Upway to come at 3-1-19, having a great start here against Alinda. They're one behind.
Oh, that's a great score there by Upway. One of the highest scores they've kicked for the year so far. Might even hear from Murray from the Murray.
From the Murray, yeah.
If they keep that up. So it's just gone out the outer side of the ground. Kinglake now, long handball, they come out. Can they drive it further forward before the siren sounds? Umpire lets them go. There's a whole herd of green and yellow jumpers out there. Oh, hands and knees. Well, it's a bit of fun contact, surely. And the free kick going to go the way of Kinglake. It's in the hands out there of Robinson. He goes long in front of the scoreboard. And the mark's been taken and playing on straight away. Get inside that forward 50. They try to do so. They can't find a player there for Kinglake. Just tapping it off the ground, kicking it off the ground. No one can do so. Picked up, little scoop out of the ground there by McDonald of Kinglake. And now there's a whistle on play. And umpire Malone says, I'm going to ball it up. It's only about 20-30 metres out from Kinglake's goal. Up they go this time. Trying to take it out of ruck was McKinley of Alexandra, but couldn't do so. Just spills free. Little handball comes over the top. Was fumbled by Adams at the inappropriate time for Kinglake. Everybody's on hands and knees. Went back in again for Kinglake did Adams, but it's going to be another ball up. So they're about 55 out now. So they've moved a little bit out of there. Danger zone, Alex. Up she goes once again. McKinley gets a tap out there. Also a little kick out of the pack and into the centre circle it goes. Eludes Butterworth. Nicely picked up there by Norris, the skipper of Alex. Gives it to a teammate. They kick it into the open spaces. The race is on. Who can pick it up here? Watkins out there. Tried to pick it up and scoop it out. But Kinglake, they've got plenty of numbers as it's been cleared out there by Lockie White.
Yeah, he kicks out to the outer side. That's good contested mark there taken. And I think that's Rowan King. And the whistle on play here as well. Is it... No, just calling the player on the mark back a couple of metres. So kick up towards the wing. He's overshot it though, and overshot Nixon, and it's straight into the hands of his opponent. So Alexandra can get it back in there. Kinglake is setting up really well defensively in this quarter so far, and they've got the numbers back. And that one there goes off hands for a boundary throw-in on the outer side, just near light tower number 4, Leo.
That's like the MCG, yeah. I'll meet you under light tower number 4.
It's in the position that people have been in before, near the old netball courts.
It is indeed. So it goes over the back of the pack. Alex can move it forward. Quick kick came out of the pack. It's right in the middle of the forward 50. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Nobody can take the mark. Trying to clear out there was Clark of Kinglake. Went out wide, and Lux of Fortune finds a teammate over there in McAllister. He plays on straight away. The old 1-2. Gets the handball received. McAllister goes to the outer side of the ground. There's a good mark on the run. And the umpire says that's okay. And the mark out there, it was taken by Glenn Robertson, but as you can hear in the background, the siren has sounded, and it is quarter time here at Rebel Park, and it's Alex 3-2-20 leading Kinglake 2-3-15. The goal kicker's on the park for Alexandra. We've got Jimmy Box, he's kicked 1-2 to Teddy Watkin. And for Kinglake, we've got a goal to the coach and Andrew Fairchild. Nice little chip around the corner there, and Josh Nixon, the big
Sydney end.
The Sydney end. Probably right there too. We're just waiting for umpire Greg Malone to get in position, as the players are doing the same. So they've got the Pie Man and Nixon going down the full forward here for Kinglake, as the rain just keeps drizzling out here. As the siren does sound for the start of the second quarter. Up she goes in here this time, going in the ruck there for Kinglake is Billy Graff. He got a bit of a tap out there, tackled out the football. I thought there was McAllister, and the free kick going the way of him. And McAllister right in the centre circle for Kinglake. Wants to go short. Does that. Has a player out in his own. They can play on straight away. So Kinglake going to the outer side, and the player's been pretty busy all day so far, as Ethan Robinson kicks it in a hot spot in Kinglake in the forward 50. Nixon over the back at 1-2, grabs at it, but nobody could do it. Oh, just throwing it out of the pack there, and the umpire's picking for it. And that throw was out by Harrison Kelly. And a lovely little two-handed storm throw that was. And the free kick going the way of Kinglake. And it looks like it's going to be picked up here by Mason McAllister. No, it's not. It's Fairchild.
Fairchild again.
So I was looking at the wrong jumper.
Bonus points for the long sleeve jumper.
And Andrew Fairchild. Kick 1-1 so far. This one's dead in front. Kicked a beautiful check side goal in the first quarter. And this time, the coach just needs to kick the ball straight. And he's only about 25-30 metres out by the time he kicks it. So Fairchild coming in. Looks pretty good off the boot. It's just pulled a bit to the left-hand side, and he has indeed. And unfortunately for Kinglake, and Fairchild's gone through for a behind, but that's the first quarter score of the second quarter. They go to 2-4-16. Kinglake, they trail Alex 3-2-20. We've been going a minute and a bit. In quarter number 2. So we're just waiting for the kick in from Alex.
And they're all spreading this side, Leo, going defensively.
Why not? Go to the new pavilion here at Alexandra. Looks absolutely magnificent.
Good
Big
fist.
Nixon puts the right fist into it. Gets very close to the boundary line. Off the back of the feet it does there, and almost landed in the hands of Keith. He's just staying inboard at the moment. There's no opportunity there to get rid of football. Umpire Engton says, I will ball it up.
So they're about 5 metres or so from inside the boundary here, so you can't really afford to tap it out in the full here. That'd be a cardinal sin of sorts here.
Well, it's be a free kick.
Oh, of course it would be. Ball back in the air. Good tap out there, won by Kinglake. They'll look to go forward, getting possession of the footy and getting dispossessed straight away was Galea as the ball's wrapped up once again, and the umpire will call for it. Pretty much the same spot, maybe about 5 or 10 metres difference. And 2-4 plays 3-2. Early stages, second quarter here, as a light rain just starts to fall once again. Ball's back in the air. Both ruckmen got their hands to the footy, so no one could really get a clear tap down as the ball's bobbing around, and now Kinglake will come away again. Interesting tackle, because that could have been below the knees, and a free kick. McAuliffe was in there. He couldn't get hands on the football. Now he does. He might get a handball out. He goes back. Interesting handball. They'll go forward now. Kinglake, a genuine one-on-one. No one can really get possession of the footy so far as the ball's scrapping in the dirty mud.
They do indeed. The handball came out top there. It was King. Didn't quite make its target there. Looking for Robinson, who's been quite busy. Picks it up eventually. Kicks it around the corner on his right foot. Into the square there. Nixon in front. Didn't get anywhere near it. Climbing off the ground. And I think the Eggman's done it. And we're just waiting for the all clear. It's been given. And it's a...
He played for Townsville 2 years ago in the French.
So Damien Pywell rather, kicking his first goal off the ground. Quick thinking. And he goes. They go to 3-4-22. They've hit the front now. Kinglake 3-2-20. 3 minutes gone, quarter number 2. Quick thinking, Prats.
Yeah, done all the attacking this quarter as Kinglake. I don't think it's been through the attacking side of Alex's field this quarter. And just some smart play, being in the right place at the right time and getting it quickly off the ground on the boot, straight through the goals.
That's what you need.
Ball back in the middle, getting the tap down that time for Alexandra was Keith. The ball's going to go towards the top of the 50 here for Kinglake, although two batsmen, I was going to say, two players overran the football. God, I thought it was cricket season for a second. I was going to say batsman.
Well, went the mid off anyway.
I would have cut it off, that's right field. Ball back in the air there, both ruckmen once again getting the hands to it. No one can really get the footy out. A few players appealing for a free kick, but none coming toward, another ball up. Actually, where the cricket pitch would be. You can actually
exactly
see
right, yep. It's on a good length.
Yep, absolutely, my word. Anyway, ball back in the air. Just getting his opponent out the way nicely was the Kinglake ruckman.
Oh, no, don't go that way.
Through Kelly. Kelly was dispossessed, but he might do enough to get it back. Getting a quick kick was Degbriel. Oh, God almighty, I hate that. That's a shocker name. Degbriel. And we're going to have another stoppage out of side. Not the only one struggling with that name there, Leo.
Yeah, it sounds like a cheese, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Ball back up now. 5th ruck contest in the last 45 seconds or so. So it's on the edge of the Kinglake 50, and that's definitely a throw as Kinglake Alexandra, I should say, we're going to come away with it. And now Kinglake are going to have another opportunity to go inside forward 50. They do. Genuine one-on-one, but it goes through a couple of Alexandra defenders. They could have marked it. Overrunning the footy there that time was Boots. He's made his way down into the back line, and the ball is now bobbing out. They do well enough to come out here, Alexandra. They should bring the ball out to the outer side. They need to have a kick here because there's Kinglake players coming from everywhere. They do have a kick, but it's not going to find anyone. It might find the sanctuary of the boundary line, although Kinglake come away with it once again. Kick to the outer boundary, and it just pitches inside, and we'll have a throw in.
Well, it's gone right to the postcode there, of course, 3714, Pretz, and that's a good sign there, Alexandra Post. Didn't realise I got mail up here. Thought it might have come up by donkey or something like that. There she goes. Interesting throw in by the boundary umpire. Hands a bit short. Was it going to get called back? It wasn't. It's been picked up there on the half volley. Well done by Horman. What can he do for Kinglake? There's a lot of players around the footy and just falling over each other. On hands and knees was David Ray. He's trying to get it out, but still plenty of Kinglake players in there as well. Umpire lets it go. Well, it was a bit of a handball throw out by McDonald, and Kinglake just weren't there. They set a wall up at the wing. There's a whistle on play. Free kick going to go the way of Kinglake. Umpire Malone seen a hold. It's got to come back. And the free kick going to go away of Kinglake. Umpire Greg Malone just explaining to the Alex player exactly what you've done. And he says, well, unfortunately, son, it's a free kick, and Kinglake with it now. Come back into that forward 50. There's a big bunch of players over the back of the pack. The big guy over there by Kelly. Couldn't quite do it. The Pyman picks it up and gets it across. Did he kick it?
He scrubbed it through,
Leo. Scrubbed it through, come off the bootlaces, Fairchild. And he has put through his second goal. Not convincing. But nonetheless, it is a goal to Kinglake as they go to 4-4-28. And the Pyman, nice little handball over the top. And they've done the only scoring so far this quarter. Alex still stuck on a 3-2-20. We've been going 7 minutes, quarter number 2. Last goal kicked at 25-minute mark there for Alex in the first quarter. And so far, 2 goals, 1 to Kinglake in the first 7 minutes of the second.
Yeah, they're just running in the right spots there, Kinglake, in the forward line. They're allowing for the ball to come off hands, being a bit slippery conditions, and running onto it at the back of the pack.
Well, you just got to keep gaining territory, I think, in conditions like this, Liam, and get the ball moving forward.
Yeah, that's exactly right. A little margin can prove so much of a difference, particularly on a day in a ground condition like this. As the ball was balled up back in the middle, Alexandra look like they'll go forward now. Getting a quick kick forward was Galea, and it's been cut off this time by Kinglake, who run through the middle and get another kick inside forward 50. Who's going to get there? There's a couple of numbers around the footballers are going to sit for anyone. It should sit for Alexandra. Getting his hands on the footy but not being able to pick it up was Boots, and he played for the boundary line there, and it does go over for a throw in. Yes, an 8-point lead at the moment. Even though it's not late in the game, it's just one of those little nasty leads that make it feel like it's a 28-point lead on a freezing cold, wet afternoon.
Well, it becomes a two-score game, doesn't it? You've got to score twice, and this is very, very important now for Alex to answer this back.
Well, comes off hands from the boundary, throw in. It's down in front there. Players scrambling for the ball. Lots of numbers around this pack. Comes out there, a little bit of holding going on as well, but it's a handball got fed out to Galea, who throws his right boot into it, up towards the wing, but it's gone out of bounds on the full. And Kinglake can repel back here. Got a player on in the middle where they've gone. They've had to punch it away because the pressure came in well from Alexandra. And now they can go forward to centre half forward. He's got to take this Norris. It didn't quite, kick wasn't perfect for him. They've got some players that have run forward here as well. Watkin, kick around the corner. They've got it about 30 metres out directly in front as it bobbles around. Kinglake, as I said in the first quarter, are structuring up well defensively. They've got some numbers deep back, like the quarterback positions, and they were able to use those numbers to get the ball out of bounds.
No problem. We've got cricket playing. We've got a bit of gridiron going, Liam, and now also a bit of AFL.
Bit of licorice, all sorts there.
This is what we got. So it's out of bounds and, in the forward 50 for the first time this quarter for Alexandra. Can they make a score there? Umpire says it was a bit high in the ruck contest, and it's Butterworth with the resulting free kick for Kinglake. They'll probably come around the pavilion side of the ground. This beautiful new pavilion that they've got here. Raised rooms and a good mark taken here this time, and it's Hamer. So Hamer, the former premier, kicks it down the broadcast line. That's a poor kick. Kicks straight in the hands of Harrison Kelly, all alone. Who took a risk there. Centred the ball, taking a good mark with Boots. He was 1 on 3, like you said, Cameron. And now they want to square the ball. There's absolutely no one on the outer side. Haven't gained any territory yet, but the mark's been taken by Builder. What does he want to do? He should have moved the ball. Now it's back to Evan Stevens.
For him,
no, well, they went right across. He was the only Alex player there. But there's a good mark being taken. Can they play on now? The Rebels go back to the centre corridor. They can keep moving right in the middle of that cricket pitch. McKinley with it. Wants to play on. They're just going zigzagging at the moment. Builder's got another touch. Out of the centre circle he goes. Straight down the middle of the ground. Here's an opportunity, but a good strong mark taken there by Kinglake, and it's been cleared out there by Kennedy.
Kennedy kicks to the outer side, getting a good fist in. A good time was Olsen for Alexandra, near the boundary line, but Kinglake come again, and they've got the footy through. Kennedy, who handballed over the top to his teammate, got it again, just went through his hands a couple of times. He fists it forward for a little bit of territory, and umpires found a free kick.
Oh, I think they're kicking in danger, I think, and that's fair enough.
It's going the way of Kennedy by looks, but he's having about his 4th touch in about 30 seconds of football. He kicks it short, near the boundary line, hugging a little bit. They're just finding open men everywhere here. They're starting to open them up a little bit. Here's Hamer with the footy. Kicks inside forward 50. Nearly taking a good one-handed mark there was Nixon. It just went through his hands. Snap around the body. Looks all right off the boot. It's going to go to the top of the square. The mark's been taken.
Good mark. Good mark taken. And Eggy done quite well. Damien Pyman, very clever footballer. And it's a bit of a tight angle. Good strong mark taken here by Chrissy Orban. He's going to do a check side. He's going to kick it straight. I reckon it's just a dead straight kick. So we've got every base covered. Special comments by the timekeepers. He reckons he's going to kick it out in the full. I reckon he should kick the goal. So coming in, distance. Oh, out the full's a good catch. Oh, no, it's gone in through behind. I reckon that's a point. The goal umpire's having a yarn to the boundary umpire. He says,
point.
Hang on, we've got another score review. Andrew Egginton says, what is it, boys?
It's got out the full.
No, goal umpire. Goal umpire's giving it a behind. I think it was a behind. 4-5-29, Kinglake. 3-2-20. Alex, 11, 12 minutes gone. Quarter number 2.
No, it was a point. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, definite point. We excuse if you can hear any of the colourful language coming through from the timekeepers. It's not me!
Not this time.
You're lucky the listeners weren't in the car on the way up.
That was private time.
Private time. What stays on the road, goes on the road, stays on the road. Here we go. Back to the footy, Pretz.
Free kick against Watkin. So Kinglake can go from the half-back line there as well.
That's Skipper and King who had that. Here we go.
Yep. Now it's in the hands now of McDonald. He looks towards the centre of the ground. He finds a teammate there.
White.
Now they're leading on here, but it's a 1-on-3. You're going to have to do well here, Kinglake. Good body positioning. Couldn't quite take the mark, though. So Alex have the numbers, but they're wrapped up quickly there by Fairchild coming in to help out. And we're going to see a ball up right in front of us, Leo.
Right here. So here we go. Andrew Egginton. Who's going to go in the ruck, he says. You two blokes.
Same ruckman that's been there all day.
Yeah, big leap there, nice tap out.
Spun him with the boot.
Spun off the boot. Hook just kicked his mate up the backside there. Unfortunately, McAuliffe, but just ricocheted, and it's got taken out of bounds. It has gone out. Umpire says I'll ball it up. We can't quite see it. It's a touchdown if we had the Melbourne Storm playing. And that was well done there by young Joseph Daniel of Alex to keep it out. So right about 50 metres out from the Kinglake goal. Kicking to the township. Jembrook into the ground here at Rebel Park. Andrew Eglinton says, get out. I'm going to throw it up in the air. Up they go. A little tap on the fingers there by Graff for Kinglake. Good tackle and step over toe hold. Another nice tackle laid there by Cooper. And I'm going to ball it up once again, says Andrew Eglinton. 13 and a half gone. It's 29 leads 20. It is the Kinglakeans in front at the moment.
So ball up in front of us, tap down there, won by Alex. It's battling forward on the ground. It was McDonald for Kinglake. Now McKinley got a handball out for Alexandra. May have been touched off boat, but Rolly Nollis kicked it up towards half forward. They played on anyway. I think it was off hands. Into the hands of Kinglake. Snap around the body. Boots couldn't quite get that mark defensively, and it's let Kinglake in here. And we're going to see a ball up. They can reset there from about 35 metres out, slight angle.
Everyone's got their hand up. I want to go in the ruck.
New ruckman in here. McAuliffe's come down for Kinglake. Oh, no, it's not. It's Hannah. But it's one there by McKinley. Double fisted towards the boundary line. Kinglake Adams. Handball towards the middle. But that favours De Gabriel.
Well done.
And Watkin comes through, picks it up, kicks it around the body. Oh, coming through. Butterworth nearly cleaned up his own player, but he couldn't quite hold on to the mark either. And that wall of Kinglake's very impenetrable here at the moment for Alexandra. But the intercept mark by De Gabriel, they can have another chance, Liam.
De Gabriel now has the footy on the broadcast side wing, I should say. He's looking for options to move. No one's going for him, so he just goes very, very short. Not 15, says the umpire. Great tackle! Probably a little bit unlucky. He didn't have a prior opportunity necessarily, but nonetheless, a great tackle, and the free kick will go the way of Kinglake and to Saddington. So he plays on now. Kicks it to about directly in front inside 50 and finds a teammate all by himself, and Robinson's taken the mark.
He's been busy all day, this young man.
A bit too far out.
But, that's about 45 out, isn't it? And been busy, Robinson. Yeah, I didn't think he had a prior opportunity either, just because the distance wasn't required for the mark. You still got to have an opportunity to
dispose of the football.
Dispose of the footy there, Liam.
Yep, 100%. So Robinson, he's just about to set himself up. He'll kick from... Well, Leo seems to think it's 45 metres, so I'll say 46 out because he doesn't want to get too close to the man on the mark, obviously. He's on his approach now, kicking to the township end of the ground. He's on his approach now. Kick is on the way. Looks all right off the boot. It's not going to make it, actually. And it's been marked, intercepted beautifully by Kelly for Alexandra.
Goes out to the outer side there in the forward pocket. Still in Kinglake's danger zone here. Alex, they're in a lot of trouble, spinning in and out of trouble. There was Builder of Alexandra's back in the goal square, and it's been handball through for a rush to behind to Kinglake. They go to 4-6-30. They still lead Alex yet to score this quarter. They are on 3-2-20. We've been going 16 and a half minutes, quarter number 2. Just can't seem to get it up the other end. So coming in from full back now, De Gabriel of Alexandra finds a teammate on the outer side there in Harrison Kelly. Just moving the ball a little bit slowly here are the Rebels. Good looking low kick off the boot, but unfortunately can't find a Rebel in the jumper. Here they go now. Up the other end of the ground. It was Builder once again. This is a long kick out towards the scoreboard side. McKinley to Ruckman. Takes the mark. Should play on straight away before all the Kinglakeans get down there. Tries to do that now. It's a good long kick. Outer side. It's 50 metres out on the outer side of the ground. No one can take the mark. Little handball over the top there by Norris. Umpire just lets him play on. There's a good tackle laid, mark and or free kick or a ball up. Eggy, what's it going to be?
Ball up, Leo.
I'll ball it up. So Andrew Eglinton, the umpire, says I'll ball it up with 50 out from the Alex's goal. They desperately need some sort of a score in this quarter. Up they go. Graff got it there for Kinglake. There's a lot of players around the footy and hands and knees. I can't see the footy at the moment. Umpire Eglinton says I'll ball it up once again. And getting the footy now. Kinglake coming up last of all. That was the skipper and King. Up she goes once more. There's a lot of Rebels out there. Little kick coming out of the pack. It's only gone about 3 feet. The umpire just lets him play on. Nobody control the ball. Norris of Alex overran it. A bit of a front-on contact, but the umpire lets it go. Well, inadvertent handball lands straight into the hands there of Boots of Alex. Went very, very short. Then a very good long kick down the ground, and that was by Galea. Unfortunately for him, The mark's been taken by Kinglake, and that's now in the hands of Douglas.
Douglas with the footy after taking good intercept mark on his edge of defensive 50 will bring it out to the broadcast side. Genuine one-on-one here, trying to get rid of his opponent, and nearly doing so was Nixon, couldn't bring it down. Alexandra tried to bring it away. Galea there is running on to tackle his opponent, who didn't have the football just for an inopportune second, and the umpire will call for it. Another ball in. Nearly 18 and a half gone. Alexandra need a goal. Although it might be only a 10-point margin, it's still a little daunting little task just to get back into the game of sorts on a freezing cold day. That ball won't be coming out once again, I think, and the umpire will call for it once again. No, he won't. Kinglake somehow do really, really well and try and get that footy out. A heap of players around this football. Only about maybe 7 or 8 contests down the line in genuine one-on-ones, and a lot of players, as I said, around the footy. So the umpire's called for it once again. The ball is back in the air now. Getting the hit out that time for Alexandra was McKinlay. Taking the marker, not 15, was Boots. He just kicks it for space, and now it's a foot race. It's about 2-on-1. And now running onto the footy, but getting a free kick also. Now is Alexandra, and it's going to be taken. And well, anyway, it's kicked to the middle, and the mark's been taken by De Gabriel, who handballs over the top. A little bit of run here for Builder. He'll slam the ball inside forward 50, and he's found a target nicely. Overhead mark, taken beautifully, and you can just try and take 20 or 30 seconds off the clock here with a set shot, and I'm pretty sure with the mud on the back. Yes, I was going to say it was Watkin. Well,
you may as well.
Yeah. It's either Olsen or Watkin. It looks like a 15 or it looks like a 16, the jumper. Anyway, they're going to go with Watkin, who's kicked 2-1 on the afternoon, and boy, do the Rebels need this.
Left goal post, isn't it?
You would think so, just like the ones they kicked in the first quarter at that end. Kinglake, the kick is on the way. It looks all right off the boot. It swung left and stayed left
I had
the
a big
entire
hook on
trip.
that, didn't it? It was a bit of a flat helicopter, that. First score in the afternoon, and second quarter rather for Alex. 3-3-21, still trailing Kinglake 4-6-30. Been going just over the 20-minute mark here of the second quarter.
So Kinglake playing on now. Looking pretty much straight down the ground towards the leading Nixon. He's come up from centre half forward. Comes off his hands, though, out in front. Alex are able to pick it up. It keeps moving along forward, but it's a too high free kick here. And a few players getting a bit testy as well. Playing on quickly are Kinglake, wanting to get the ball moving. Up now towards the wing, towards Adams.
Oh, great fist.
Good, that was Boots coming in for Alexandra towards the boundary line. But Kinglake had the running. That was a good effort to try and avoid doing the too high tackle there. But,
Michael's unhappy.
I don't think he got him, actually. I thought he did quite well to just go around the top of him.
From the umpire's ankle, he did. So it's a free kick here to Kinglake.
It's just what it looked like.
He's looking inboard. It has to go down the line now because Alex have got the numbers inboard. It's Graff 1 up against 3, and Alex have the numbers. Galea, they got the handball inboard. They're under all sorts of pressure from Kinglake now. They couldn't quite get one free enough with a quick enough handball. They're all floaters. Well, due to the pressure.
It was like the warm-up press, so practicing all the little handballs to get it out of trouble. Fine on a good, nice day, but when it's a bit icky like this, you want to get it on the boot as quick as you can.
There's a push in the ruck.
It's too many handballs here, Leo.
Exactly right. What we're trying to say. You can't do that. You only need one oopsie and you're in trouble.
Keith's
got about 3.
Kick.
So it's Jake Keith, right in the centre circle for Alex. You want to get it down. All you can see there is just one-on-ones everywhere, so he's just got to hit and hope, and down she goes right down the middle of the ground. Good lead. It's a good, strong mark. Umpires have paid the mark and or free kick.
Watkin again.
And this looks like Teddy Watkin once again. And this time, he's got to go back round on his mark. He should know exactly what this footy's going to do. He had a bit of a helicopter kick there before, Liam. That's why he stayed left. He made the distance quite well, so he knows you can reach it. And instead, he dishes it off. He says, I'm not going to have another ping at that, make a fool of myself, or give it to somebody else to do that. So,
to Gabriel, Leo.
It is the cheese man. It sounds just like Camembert.
No,
it's one of those cheeses you get.
The last part looks like brie or something.
It does indeed.
Oh, well.
Hope we got it right. So anyway, coming in from about 40 or 50. Oh, he's a left footer. It shouldn't be a problem. You can't kick it over there.
Back
the post, I think.
That did.
Oh, that's unlucky. They're just Really just needed to keep it a bit further left than that. Unfortunately for Alex, goes through for behind. They are 3-4-22, trailing Kinglake 4-6-30. We've been going 23 minutes now. Quarter number 2, the kick-in's taken place. Pretzel.
And they've come up quickly to the half back line here to Adams. Glare's on the mark. Adams for Kinglake has the ball. He's looking for his options. He's going to go back into the defensive 50. Got some players there. And they play on now and keep going to that outside where they've got some runners. It's Butterworth coming through. He goes under the ball and Norris went with him. Then it bounced over the back and it fell into their hands here. Or I think it's Olsen for Alexandra, who can put it back into the forward 50. It's a 2-on-1 and a mark hasn't been paid and there's a ball up going to take place inside Alexandra's forward 50.
There's a ute over there or a tray truck. Lights on. Not sure if you're listening.
Hello.
Might have a flat battery.
Off hands, goes towards the boundary line. Alexandra fighting for it underneath. Just battling it out, and it does eventually go out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
So not long to go now, Petch. We've got, 24 minutes gone, and unfortunately for Alex, they've only kicked the side through 2 behinds at the moment, 2 goals, 3 from Kinglake. Scoring end up here at the Gembrook end, which it usually is. The umpire has thrown it in. There's a lot of players around this footy. It's not going to go anywhere. And umpire Malone says, I'll ball it up.
Murray from the Murray's going to be happy. The Tigers are still up, 3-6-24 over Olinda, 1-5-11.
Ooh, that's not too bad at all down there at the Tiger end. And doing quite nicely up by Tacoma. Can they get a win on the board? Nice little tap out there. A little scrubby kick, Alex. Can they get out of there? They can't. Kinglake.
Should have given the hand
on the footy.
Then he did. Hung on to it a bit. Umpire just let that go. Said he got the handball out. Probably blindsided there. Kinglake come out of here. Right down towards the broadcast side of the ground. They've got a couple of free players. It's 2-on-1. Picked up by Fairchild. Gave it across to a teammate. Got the old 1-2 happening with his mate and Hannah. Can they get it down to that forward pocket? They mucked that up a little bit between them. And it's going to be a throw in right in that forward pocket, 25-minute mark of this quarter. Had an opportunity there just to get that ball moving a little bit further. Unfortunately for Kinglake, it's gone out of bounds, so it's a throw in this forward pocket. Down at the township end, Nixon takes it out in the ruck. Got up in the air, handballed it to no one in particular. A little ricochet comes back there to Alexandra. Is that far enough? The umpire says no, it's not. Boots thought he took the mark, which he did, but it only went about 5 feet. Umpire Egan says it's got to go a bit further than that, Tommy. And it's going to be a ball in. Yep, you marked it, but it's only gone 5 feet. I think Egginson's going to ruck. He's got his hand up. Up she goes once again. Nixon at the back. Took it out of the ruck on the left foot. It's not bad kick either. Looking for Fairchild. And it's just bounced out and it's gone out of bounds in the other forward pocket.
Well, if Keith stays in the ruck, I reckon Nixon's going to do this again, Leo. Just take it out. If he can get his boot on it, just put a snap on goal.
Bit of a Hawkins about it, isn't it?
Yep.
I just want to catch it and kick it.
Here's the advantage when you got it.
So just waiting for the boundary umpire. He's just having a little bit of a look around.
Had to clean the footy.
Okay, thrown it in quite nicely. You're right, Nixon did try to take it out, but couldn't quite do so. Thrown out of the pack there by Digger Brielle.
Running here, Alex.
And here you go, Alex, kicking out towards the member side of the ground. All that's out there is 2 Kinglakes and a runner. And unfortunately for Alex, it's not theirs. So it's a nice little pick up and a good block too. They can go further forward into the forward 50. It was by McAuliffe. He was looking for a teammate there. Can't do too much about it. On the hands and knees, the skipper there for Alex and Norris. And it's going to be a ball up, 50 out, directly in front. And Alex really just struggling to get it out of here.
Yeah, they certainly are, Leo, as the ball's back in the air. The footy just fell between the two. Ruckman, Kinglake are going to go for it. That's a legal disposal, umpire! Oh, he got away with murder there. Alexandria going to try and get away with it, but can they hang on for half time because there can't be long to go. Umpire Leo's appealing for in the back of the umpire's actually going to pay the complete opposite of that and play on the ball.
Oh, he dived right on front of it.
He did dive on it.
And was playing for the push in the back and didn't get it.
Probably a little bit fair enough at the end, and this could hurt right on the verge of half time.
He's doing a bit of a swan dive in the mud there in the finish, wasn't he?
Robertson by the looks of it.
Dean Galeri's just laying there with a nice little swan dive and said, look at me.
He
Got to try and get it out.
So,
So here we go.
So
what's going to happen?
Robertson will be kicking from about 30 metres out. Taking all of his 30 seconds off the clock here. He's on his approach now. Player on the mark is doing some sort of jiggy little dance on the line. Kick is on the way. Looks all right off the boot.
Just to
And
the
it's
right.
just drifted to the right through for a behind, and they go to 4-7-31 Kinglake, and they're leading Alexandra 3-4-22, nearly 28 gone, second quarter.
Certainly have the kick in now. And Alexandra, can they get a score towards the end? Or a big leap over the top. Couldn't hang on to that mark. Was Kelly. Umpire just lets them play on. Handball back inboard. Kicking around the corner. Galea of Alexandra goes into the centre area of the ground. Dropping a mark there was young Phillips. Couldn't hang on to that. Butterworth taps it out for Kinglake. There's a lot of players there. Handball out the back of the pack. And they can go further forward now. Handball over the top, looking for a player in white for Kinglake. They can't do too much about it either. That could have been a bit high as well. Umpire lets him go. Watkins is working hard there for Alex too. There's a lot of players a bit desperate to suddenly picked up a bit of pace. It's in the hands of McDonald. Goes back into that forward 50. Up and down, one-handed mark attempt for Ferguson of Kinglake.
Pywell.
But Pywell.
How did he do that, Leo? How did he do that?
Pywell, he's just picked it up and says, I'll show you what to do, and went whack and put it straight through the middle. He has kicked his second goal and the fifth on the board to Kinglake. They go to 5-7-37 now, leading Alexandra 3-4-22, 28, almost 29 minutes gone. And what a very handy goal, Liam, in the second quarter to Kinglake.
Yeah, my word, right on the verge of half-time as well. 15-point lead, and as I mentioned before, on these wet days and the ground's a little bit choppy, a heavy 9 if you're a racing fan like I am, it's certainly one of those leads that you got to try and at least chip away at some stage of the game.
It's gone back in the middle. Can Alex get one back? Handball over the top there by Galea. He's been trying hard. Oh, don't go back into trouble, son. That was Noy. Should have just kept going on the left foot. Go across with teammate and dig Gabriel, but he couldn't try kick it too far further forward. Just went laterally. Pushing him over the football there was White of Kinglake. Very close to the boundary line. Now picking it up was Phillips. Probably could have copped a little clip behind the ear. The umpire says it's all right. Handball out the back and Kinglake out of trouble once again. It's in hands now of Dig Gabriel once more. Can he do it? Oh, fake the little handball over the top on the left foot. Looking for a teammate there. It was well done. I think this is Daniel with it. Yes, it is. About 70 plus metres out. Need to get it in there quick. Goes big leap there. Alex could hang on to the mark. The umpire just let him go. And as you can hear in the background, just as the pace start to quicken up a little bit, the siren goes for half-time. And at half-time, we see it's Kinglake. Very handy lead after a 3-goal, 4-quarter. They are 5-7-37, leading Alexandra 3-4-22. And the goal kickers on the park, well, they've only had the 3 goal kickers for Alex, and they were all done in the first quarter. It was James Box with 1 and Teddy Wackham with 2, and for kick just gets into position. So a good crowd here today too in the into the rooms. They're going to the official opening next week of these fantastic new rooms here at Alexandra.
Well, they're all inside at the moment.
They are indeed, as umpire Andrew Edgerton throws the balls up, and it's Liam Vertigan to get us underway.
Thank you very much. The umpire is going to try and have the ball up again because it just drifted a little bit too far out of the square for both ruckmen to contest the contest properly there. So he'll try again. Ball's back up now. Looks that could almost be the same sort of case. The ball just drifted out of the circle a little bit, and Alexandra, could they just get the first centre clearance? They do. They bring it out to this broadcast side. There's going to be a little bit of soccer played here. The Euros are on at the moment. Good to note that as well. Someone down in the middle of the ground for Kinglake. It appears to be there. Ruckman as Alexandra go forward once again. A genuine one-on-one here. Being held without the football there. Should have been a free kick going the way of Butterworth, but none coming toward. And they're going to try and get in there. You're in trouble, son. You're gone.
They're just going off the ground too now, Liam, and it looked like a right ankle out there to Kinglake.
Yeah, it's not good, but going on the ball, you can keep an eye on that, Leo, and see if it goes straight up into the rooms, I think.
It's Billy Graff, the ruckman.
Robinson was, he had possession of the football. He just got run down in the nick of time beautifully there by James Box, and Box will have a shot on goal. Actually, Leo, you can have a look at this one because it's going to be out of my view. I'll keep an eye on Graff, who's coming from the ground.
Yeah, look like a right ankle, so Box got to kick it about 35. He's directly in front to the township end. Oh, it's a bit of a low kick. Didn't get all of that. Comes off hands. In fact, didn't make the distance. The umpire says you haven't held it to make pay a mark. It's very close to that boundary line. In fact, it has gone over. And it's going to be a throw in forward pocket. The ball a little bit heavier now. Haven't got the 7-footers that the AFL have in use in a game, Liam, so the ball gets a bit heavier, a bit slipperier. Throw in, forward pocket. It's right in front of the Alex goals. They do need a score here. Can they get the footy out? There's a lot of Kinglakes in the back line. Little quick kick come out of the pack there. It was well done there by Kennedy of Kinglake. Kicked it straight across the ground, looking for and finding the boundary line just in front of Ethan Robinson. And it's going to be a throw in. So it's pretty dark out there at the moment. And one of the, well, it is dark, it's light in here. Hopefully they'll turn those new lights on. They look fantastic. Big long throw in. Butterworth's got the tap out there for Kinglake. Umpire lets him play on. Little kick off the knee there. Came off McCourt, but the umpire says that's all right. He tried to get rid of it. Here they go now. Well, Alexandra could have got a free kick. They are going to get that. It's in the back. And it's going to go the way out there. I'm not quite sure. There could be Norris with it. Goes straight back into that forward pocket. Probably, this is Norris here, in fact. So it's gone out of bounds in the forward pocket. Probably want to send it that ball. Take a bit of risk. Risk reward here for Alex. Just gain territory. Put it in that corridor. Waiting the boundary umpire to throw the ball in. Seems to be waiting for the ruckman to get there. Just throw it in, young fella. There he goes. Good throw in it is too. Over the back they go. Butterworth got two hands to it. But Lou, he could have had a snapshot. Umpire just lets him go. Kicking it around the corner and out of trouble. There was McCauley for Kinglake. But it's in the hands there of Alex. Over the head of everybody. Just lands in the glue pot. A little bit of a throw out the back of the pack. Quick kick came out this time by Saddington. Kinglake, can they get out of here? Almost taking a mark. There was McKinley. Couldn't hang on to it for Alexandra. Trying to pick the footy up there also for Kinglake is Hannah. Tried to pick it up. Went up, down, and it ended up getting stuck in the mud. And it's going to be a ball up, 50 out.
Ball on the arc as the ball's balled back up now. Kinglake having to use their reserve ruckman now with Graff off injured. Still no movement out of the bench if he's gone down into the rooms or back on the ground. Well, he hasn't gone back on the ground, that's for sure. As the ball's locked up once again, we'll have another ball up.
He didn't seem too happy when he went down, Liam, so really grasping that right ankle.
He appears to be in hands of both trainers at the moment, as I could just have a look at the box. As Kinglake got the hit out and the little kick away that time. It came from a Corliff now as the ball's racing towards that outer side. Alexandra tried to butter up and get the footy back inside forward 50, but a heap of Lakers jumpers here for Kinglake as that ball just hugs the boundary line and does just eventually go out now, Leo.
Yep, it's going to be another throw in, so still no score in this quarter, and we've been going on 4 minutes. It's still 37, Kinglake leading Alexandra 22. It's still about centre wing, just forward of centre for Alex. They've got the clean out here as it goes to the top of the 50. It's in front of there at Butterworth. Got in front of his opponent in Daniel. Can they get it out? But Alex trying to get bust out of his pack, but there's too many Kinglakeans. Showing a bit of toe too. Going directly across the ground and taking a mark now is Douglas of Kinglake.
He changed his jumper at half time, didn't he?
He must have two jumpers. Got more money than me. Hope he's got a good missus. He's got a wash it.
Very bright and clean, that
Isn't
one.
it? Oh, he
and the shorts.
Maybe he's just got good balance, Pretzel. Mark's been taken out here by Lockie White. Decides to play on straight across the ground. Don't know why they want to do that when you've got people all over the place. Alexandra wanted a free kick. Umpire didn't see it. It's in the hands of the skipper and King. And goes out to the outer wing. Is that a mark and or free kick? The umpire says no, it's hit the ground. It's going to be a ball up. Well, someone set up camp out there.
Yeah, why not, Leo?
Looks like a bit of a tool shed out there.
Tell you what, pretty busy in the club rooms too, Leo.
Well, I got in and out there very quickly. I was trying to find out who was in control out there. King got the kick out of the pack in front of the scoreboard. 37 leads 22. Kinglake in front at the moment. There's a 3-on-1 situation. 2-on-1 now. The Rebels should be able to get out of this. Unfortunately, went to the ground, getting tackled down as well by Robertson. The umpire says there's no prior opportunity. We're going to ball it up. Yeah, fair crowd inside, wasn't it?
Absolutely. It really surprised me.
Well, it's warmer in there.
Oh, a lot warmer. And good viewing too. Kinglake won the hit out, but it's straight down to
from in there.
Galea. Oh, it would have been very noisy, I was thinking on my way out, Leo.
That's good.
It's in the hands now of Clark for Kinglake. Got it out wide. Now they can go inboard. That's a spearing pass. It doesn't hit the target. It comes off the turf, but it's now back into the stray handballs. Found it back in the hands of Kinglake. And they found a leading target now. And a mark inside forward 50 to possibly put the first score of this quarter on the board, Leo.
Yep, we haven't had one
in the hands of... Oh, he didn't quite turn around enough. What do you got there, Leo? Hamer.
Yep.
There you go.
Former Premier.
Bailey Hamer. He's probably about 30 metres out, Leo, maybe?
Yeah,
when
it's inside the arc. By the time he's going to kick about 35. Left goal post, straight through the middle. You watch this. Bang, bang. Straight through the middle of the points.
Oh, just left. Went away left. Leo. Faded left late.
Didn't put it in the right spot in the first
behind
place.
on the wall, but it is that first score. Moves Kinglake on to 5-8-38, leading Alexandra 3-4-22. We're going 6.5 minutes into this third term.
Certainly are, and that was the first opportunity gone there, and Alex had all the play in the first 5 minutes. Unfortunately, couldn't put a score on the board, and that's exactly what they need at this stage. So there's a big huddle. They've all congregated in the centre of the ground. Be interesting to see where they go.
And they're going to go straight up the eye middle. Oh, diddle. Juggling a mark he probably should have taken there was Olsen, I should say, and the umpire will call for it. On the edge of the 50-metre arc here, Alexandra's defensive 50. Oh, gee, Leo, that was a mark he should have taken there.
Should have grabbed that, though. Desperately needed that, didn't they, Liam?
Yeah, they could have been out, absolutely, as Alexandra got the hit out that time. They nearly didn't get it out here, but just fumbling the ball at an opportune time there was Cooper, and he couldn't get it out in time, although it bobbles out now, but to the advantage of Kinglake. Quick kick inside 50. It was a pretty good one from Hamer, but just couldn't find a target, unfortunately. Just a lot of rebel jumpers there to fist the ball away, as it's now in the deep back pocket for them, and the ball's actually gone out of bounds on the full.
Pyman took the mark, unfortunately, wrong side of the boundary line there, so a bit lucky, I think, the Rebels.
So Alexandra bring it wide in front of the away team, interchange gates.
Yeah, push out from
Umpires
what could...
paid a free kick, and it'll go the way of Kinglake. Or will it go the way of There's the Kinglake free kick, and it'll go to this man who's been very busy today, and Riley Kennedy.
Got the lovely hairdo, hasn't he? I
Plays
love it.
on, kicks inside forward 50.
Oh!
Coming from the back, nearly taking a good mark there was Nixon. He couldn't bring it down. Quick snap around the body towards goal. Is through for behind.
I think that was Fairchild.
Dangerous. 5-9-39, Pretzel, Kinglake, the only two scores this quarter, 3-4-22. Alex, we've been going 8.5 quarter number 3, and they've already kicked it out, and they're right near the scoreboard already, but it's been turned over once again. Kinglake with the footy, go to the top of the 50, and it's the Pyman taking it out there once again. So Damien Pyman, Iggy, as he likes to be called, he's going to have to kick this all of 45, so it's a long way out. But he fancies himself. He's got the heck of a run up. He's 100 metres out now. He's going to kick it from about 40. I don't think I could run that far. I'll have to stop twice.
He's done the Ben Brown run up.
Oh, well, there he comes now. Hop, skip, in a much. Puts his right boot into it. All the way. Looks good. Looks straight. And the veteran there of Kinglake says, I can kick this. And he has indeed backed himself and kicked his third. In actual facts, he's kicked a 6-9, a 45. Kinglake, 3-4-22, Alex, and we're now been going 9 minutes in this third quarter. So
round the rounds, Leo. Up by
what's happening?
Well, it's bad kicking here at Upway. It's 3-11-29 to 1-5-11 Ferny Creek. And Narry Warren a 3-5-23. Beaconsfield a 7-9-51. That's still a halftime score at Wandon, with Wandon in the lead by 1 point. And in the third quarter at Cranbourne, it's 4-2-26. Wirialek 3-7-25, having come back there.
Okay, it's a quick out of the centre quickly by Saddington of Kinglake, and they go further forward. It's been turned over. The Rebels, can they do something about this? Long kick down the ground in front, couldn't hang on to the mark, but there's a push in the back, and the free kick should be going to Alexandra. It is. Thought they're going to pay the advantage, but luckily they went back. It's in the hands of Box. Come straight to us here in the commentary box here in the timekeepers. Didn't need to go here. Bit of a wasted kick. It's going to be a throw in. You can see what they want to do. Playing a bit of fair weather footy, I think, Liam, instead of just getting it down there.
He rushed the kick a little bit too. Just take your time and let your teammates come for you.
Oh,
yeah,
there's a free kick against McKinley. I think he had Butterworth around the neck, and it's going to go the way of Kinglake.
Yep.
McKinley's trying to suck the umpire in and says, no, I'm not having any of that, says Andrew Eggington. And Butterworth with it. Kicks it long down the pavilion side of the ground. In front there, no one could take the mark. Good tackle laid there by Kelly. The umpire says there's no prior, blew it quick. It's going to be a ball up. Bottom of the pack getting up very slowly there with Saddington. Umpire Malone throws it up once again. Both ruckmen just tap it straight down the ground, gets close to the boundary line, dribbles over, and we're going to have a throw in.
GWS by 17 points at three-quarter time against Melbourne as well.
Yeah, just Melbourne, the D's. Ooh, maybe there's a prong falling off the trident. And there's another free kick. The umpire just says, hang on a second. Guys, you've got to stay a metre apart, does he?
Yes, that's what he was saying.
You can't throw it up properly.
So, and they start a metre apart. Here they go. This time, nice little tap out there. And that was by Hannah of Kinglake. Everyone just dives on it once again. And umpire Eggington says, I'll ball it up. Thank you very much. Umpire Eggington, lovely throw up indeed. McKinley gets thrown to the ground there. I thought by hand, and the umpire let it go. Well, this is just hands and knees fighting in the mud type stuff. And I suspect the free kick going to be happening right now.
Yeah, you'll get sick of balling it up, that's for sure.
Well, I get sick of calling it as well, Liam. So here we go. Who's going to get it? First in. McKinley in front of...
tap out the back.
Nice little tap out there. Tackle straight away the footy's McDonald. Surely you can't call a free kick. Got it out there. White got the little kick there.
Mark.
And the mark's been taken. So, Alex, can they go further forward? There's a big roll back by Kinglake. They've only got 2 players north of centre. So going to come towards the broadcast side of the ground, right in this forward pocket. This is going to be nullified straight away, and a big defensive punch there by Kennedy. And it's gone out of bounds for a throw in.
Might take a minute or two for this ball to come back. So down at Seville, it's Seville 9-2-56 leading Mount Evelyn, who are coming back 7-3-45. Hillsville are 52 leading Belgrave 22. Berwick Springs are on 8 and Officer on 55 into the third quarter. And down at Heatherbrae in Officer, it's Gembrook 38 and Emerald 54.
Yeah, come on, Brookers. Let's see if we can get it out there. Nice little tap out in there by Alexandra. Good tackle laid, sliding over the boundary line was Galea. And another nice tackle by Kennedy. So just finding it a bit tough to find a bit of space here at the moment, the Rebels. And it's very hard to gain purchase, so the overthrowing comes in once again. McKinley gets the tap out this time. Can they do something about this, Alexandra? They cannot. I think it might have been Watkins in the ruck. He's gone in the ruck. McKinley's dropped back a bit. So Eglinton, this is a good place to get a free kick. Get over the footy as quick as you can. Throwing it up. And just Watkins in the ruck for Alexandra. Just got rid of his opponent and just threw it over his head. The umpire says it's all right. A little kick off the ground, out of the pack, but it's gone out of bounds for a throw in. It's right in Liam's blind spot.
Well, Poundtown have gone further ahead. They're 87 over Yarra Glen 35.
Wow.
Broadford to kick their second. They're 13 and Warby 65.
Butterworth took it out, but just went straight down the ground, the footy. There's just a stack on. We're just going to get another ball up, aren't we? This is just going to be very, very slow indeed.
It's turned into a slugfest.
14 minutes gone, 45 Kinglake, 22 Alex. It's just got to get a free kick here or just get it out in the pack. It's just very hard to make headway. Both ruckmen just tap it up. It's in the goal square out of thin air. Almost made something out of nothing. And that was the skipper in Norris, and it's been rushed through for a behind. That's first score on the board this quarter, Alex. They go to 3-5-23. Kinglake 6-9-45. Been going 14 minutes now in the third quarter. The last goal by Alex Pretzel was at the 25-minute mark of that first quarter.
Yes, and Kinglake have got it out wide. They've taken the mark on the half-back flank here. Chipping kick into the centre-half back region, misses Nixon. There's a bit of holding going on off the ball, and it's going to be picked out here, and it's going to be a free kick to Alexandra in David Ray. He plays on quickly with a handball. Long kick towards Galea. Comes off the hands. Coming through is Watkin. He couldn't get it cleanly to a teammate. All players diving in on the ball here. Getting a kick out there. Could have quite let that go, but ball up's been called. We're going to see that about 35, 40 metres out from Alex's goal in this third term. So Watkin in the ruck against Butterworth. Tap down. Galea's tried it, been in and under all day, and that was probably a bit harsh, I would have thought, but holding the ball's been paid against him. And getting the resulting free kick is Ben White from Kinglake. Kicks out wide, and teammate marks the ball in McAuliffe. Oh, no, it's Saddington. And Saddington looking for his options. He's got some players on the move. Kicks down the line, comes off the hands of Adams. Coming through there, picking it up and getting a kick out of the pack was King. And now in the hands of Adams again. Going towards half forward. He couldn't quite get the distance he was after. But a good tackle laid there, and then Horman was able to pick it up. And
that's a great kick.
And he's found the coach in Fairchild. Only about 15 metres out, fairly directly in front.
Well, it's a beautiful kick there by Horman. That covered all the 50 plus, I reckon, Liam. And found the coach all on his own. He's just stayed back there, let everybody run off him. And Fairchild now with an opportunity to put Kinglake further in front. And absolutely... really going to hurt. Is he going check side from directly in front?
No. He is, because I think it's the footing, Leo.
Oh, no.
No one on the line, and he's missed.
Oh, goodness gracious me. I just don't believe that.
He's kicked 2-4 now. I've got 2-4.
Yeah, same, mate. 6-10-46 directly in front. He's kicked it around the corner and missed it to the left-hand side. Can you believe that? Yes, you can, because that's exactly where it's going to go when you shape up like that. 6-10-46, Kinglake. 3-5-23, Alex. 16 and a half gone. I can't believe I saw that. But never mind. Didn't happen in our they Pretz. They come up from full back now. Alex, don't stop. Just keep going, son. Take a risk. That's it. Goes around the man on the mark. On the left foot they go towards the coach's boxes. Butterworth at the back. Got tagged there. I thought in the marking contest was Keith. The umpire didn't see it. So he lets them play on. Nobody can pick this footy up. They just kick it off the ground. Gaining a bit of territory there was Horman once more for Kinglake. Gets another kick off the ground. He's going to about 40. And leading in the race for the footy there. Nicely done was Plywell, but unfortunately the boundary line's beaten him. And it's gone out of bounds for a throw in.
GWS still leading by 17 points, 5 minutes into the final quarter.
Okie dokie. So the D's just starting to get a bit wobbly.
They're only 2 games off 5th.
Ball back in now. Good tap out that time from Nixon. He got his hand over the top of his Alexandra opponent, got the tap down. There's a heap of players around this football, and that's not going to come out, and the umpire will call for it. Inside the Kinglake attacking 50. We've gone 17-40 in the third quarter. It's a 23-point lead to Kinglake, and they look to add to that as the ball's now inside their forward 50. No one can get the real tap down. The ball just scrambles its way out to the outer side in front of all the interchange benches, and this time the ball will win the race over the boundary line for a throw in.
Raining again.
As another light, misty rain starts.
Sun's out as well.
Sun shower.
We'll see a rainbow soon. I'll put any money on that. As the ball's about to be thrown back into play, still no sign of Graff. I think his day might be done. I might have to have a spy at three-quarter time. Ball back into play. Bounces between both ruckmen, goes out the back. Quick kick forward came from Hannah. It's inside forward 50. Can anyone bring the ball down? Not in a marking position, but it's on the deck, that's for sure. And the umpire will call for another ball up. And it's just turned into a real scrap of distance and who can control the football in any sort of way.
Exactly right. So what can Alex do about this? Up she goes once again. I thought grabbing the ruck there was Nixon. The umpire just let it go. Alex tried to kick it off the ground and just amble up in the air. That could have been a high tackle on White. Umpire says...
On the footy, I think.
No, high tackle. Definitely played the high tackle.
Is it? No, might be, yeah.
So the free kick going to go the way of Benny White. Had him in the shoulder, gives it across the Horman. He kicked about 50 metres before. He's kicked this one about 50 as well. Unfortunately, it's going to the right of centre, and it's gone through a behind. So Chrissy Horman puts through his second behind, and another little score on the board. 6-11-47 now, Kinglake. Leading Alex 3-5-23. Been going just on 19 minutes, quarter number 3. Probably the right bloke to give it to, but unfortunately for Kinglake, just a little bit off centre. So now Alex, this time, they go to the outer side of the ground towards the scoreboard. Good kick, and the mark's been taken over there by build-up. Hasn't been Alex's worst. Short pass there, and that should be 50. Noy
25, Leo.
Or 25, sorry. Well, he wasn't in the marking contest. Wasn't given. Oh, they've turned it over again as the kick was a little bit too high. And all alone taking the mark. And umpire says you can play on. Why did he do that? Was that Pyle out of the pack once again?
It was.
He's kicked a bit of a check side kick, and it has gone through nowhere, hasn't it? It's been marked right on the line.
Joseph Daniel.
And Daniel's got it. Now, hang on, we're just going to have another score review, Pretzel.
Oh, send it up to us.
Here we go. And
he went back in.
if he's played on, it's going to be a behind. Umpire says, I'll tell you what it's going to be. It's going to be a mark. Now, he's got to come back a bit.
No, he's probably already there.
It doesn't look like it. He's about 3 feet out from the boundary line.
We're a fair way away.
Okay. So, kick out. Almost from the boundary line. The rain coming straight down at the moment. The sun's shining at the same time. No doubt we'll get snow as well. We've got all 3 through 4 seasons happening at the same time. Butterworth leads the race. Runs in and out of trouble. Gives it across to a teammate, and they can just switch around now. Kick around the corner. That was by Saddington. Went up and down, and Alex got hold of the footy. Here's an opportunity. There's plenty in the middle of the ground. Move it, son. They try to do so. They just switch play once again. And now you want to run with it. Oh, no, don't stop.
Go.
Oh, went right, went left. Not too.
Great smother.
Kicked in, was smothered. Unfortunately, that was off the boot of Laurie Rhodes.
They're out.
And they are out now, Kinglake, and here's an opportunity to really hurt the Rebels. As a turnover results in a mark about 50 metres out for Kinglake. Shouldn't have stopped when you had the ball. They just don't trust themselves on the wrong foot. Mark's now in the hand of McAuliffe.
He's within kicking distance.
And McAuliffe, he's got to kick it about 45. A bit of a heavy, wet footy coming in now. Goes to the right-hand side. Slips as he kicks it. And didn't quite get the distance, and it's been rushed through for another behind to Kinglake. And they've gone to 6-12-48, leading Alex 3-5-23. And we've been going now 21 and a half minutes in the third quarter.
Yeah, ball's coming into the outer side. Haven't got out of the defensive 50 as yet, but they do now with a big kick from the captain Norris towards the wing. Big pack there, comes off hands. Alex have the numbers down in front, and they've got a runner out the back, but steaming towards it here for is Douglas.
Is that legs?
For Kinglake. And now there's plenty of players around it again. It's scrappy, and we're going to see a ball up on the outer side.
Getting the legs taken out there, but iffy.
So ball up about to take place. Kinglake in the front position, hand it down, but straight to a teammate who gets wrapped up straight away. We'll see another ball up now. Cowtown have hit the 100 over Yarra Glen.
JWS by 16 points, 9 gone, final quarter.
And Ben White couldn't get the handball cleanly, and it's straight into his opponent from that ball up and be out of bounds for a boundary throw-in now, Leo.
Well, they just can't seem to get it much further forward, can they, Alex? They're about 50, 60 metres out now. Can they get it out this time? No, it's once more cleared out there with a little handball by Kinglake. That was from McAllister. And now a free kick also going away of the Mountain Man. They just can't do a thing right at the moment, the Rebels.
Need the next goal, Leo, that's for sure.
They do indeed. This is Benny White with it.
White kicks the footy down the line, out of side. Can he get a mark here to a genuine 2-on-2 contest? It's going to come straight back in the direction of Alexandra. Can they get a mark here, though? This is where they're falling down. They might have a bit of clear space here if he can get it. Oh, no! Good bump came there at a pretty good time there, defensively from a Kinglake point of view, and there they're going to get a through. I thought the umpire might have blown the whistle for too high. There was definitely
unlucky not to get that one.
Somewhat of a case there to suggest that he could have got a free for high, but none coming forward. So Alexandra about 55 out from home. Can they get it forward? No is the answer. McAllister gets a quick kick forward, and Alexandra did get to the footy first, and now once again Kinglake with plenty of numbers there, and that is Robinson kicking it towards the forward line, getting a bit of a rough bounce, has been the cases all afternoon. Was Horman, and now Alexandra kick it to the outer side once again. Genuine one-on-one contest, wrapped up, no chance to get rid of it. The umpire calls for it. We've gone 24 minutes in the third quarter. It's a 25-point lead to the Lakers.
You just can't see him scoring a goal at the moment. Just no systematic play at all by Alex at the moment. Trying to play a bit of dry weather footy. Really can't do it at the moment. Just got to get it down there and hope. Create stoppages if you can get into that forward 50. They've been quite good there at defence at the moment, Kinglake. There's another whistle on play. And there's a free kick going to go away of Kinglake. It's that man Robinson once again. So Ethan Robinson. What does he want to do with it? He wants to go short. Does so. Very, very short. Just the right length, I think. And the mark's been taken over there by McAllister. They're just going to hold the footy at the moment. And they've got a few free players behind the ball. Leading in the race for the footy. Just picking up near the boundary line.
Smother.
Was Kennedy, but his kick's been smothered. And it's going to go out of bounds for a throw-in. 24, nearly 25 minutes gone now. It's still 48 Kinglake, 23 Alexandra. A handy 25-point buffer. And that suddenly becomes a 5-scoring shot game.
From the boundary throw-in, Kinglake won it down the front. They got the numbers running through here. And there's a holding or high free kick going to go the way of Kinglake. And they're playing on
Robertson out there.
Yeah, well, he's run straight through there and burned a couple of opponents and kicked it long, but he kicked it a bit too long. Got a bit too much extra length than what his teammates were expecting there, and it's been intercepted here by Alex. Now they've found a free player in the middle. They're playing on quickly. Need a mark. Go straight. It's down towards Butterworth. It's a 1-on-2. He's in front, and he's going to get a free kick for in the back.
Just stood his ground there, didn't he? It's in half back. Did Butterworth.
And 25.
He ran through the mark.
Yep.
Yeah.
Quite obvious, that one.
Yeah, that was Laurie Rhodes. But only one of them ran through the mark. And it's going to be a 25-metre pretzel.
Yep. Butterworth now, he's standing pretty much in the centre circle. Looking for his leading options there. And he goes to a bit of space where they can run into, and Nixon just doubles back here and just takes it cleanly on the chest, Leo.
Well, that's just too easy, isn't it, really? They had plenty of time there to match up and fill up holes there. Alexandra didn't do so, and the big fella Nixon just walked straight in the middle of everybody and took it on his substantial chest.
It's the extra jumper, Leo. He's wearing 2. So he's only about 40 metres out, a very slight angle. Got a good view of it here from our position. Runs close to the man on the mark, maybe a little bit too close, struggling for that distance. He's hooked it left.
No
Through
problems
for a
with the
behind.
distance. Yeah, just
It's his first behind of the afternoon, though, Leo.
it is.
And Kinglake are 6:13.49, leading Alexandra 3:5.23. And we're going 27 minutes. This third term.
Well, they've kicked out from full-back Alexandra. They want to move it up if they can. They've gone short once again. This time they find a mark player and taking the mark there. Couldn't quite see who it was, Brett's, but they can start to play on if they want to. Finds McKinley.
McDonald.
Okay, McKinley's got it now. Close to the boundary line in front of the new pavilion. Ray's Rooms looking very nicely. They play on. You've got to hit a target if you're going to handball it. Nicely spun in and out of trouble, did Builder. Got a nice kick there too, right on the 50-metre arc in front there, going one hand.
Great
Taking a mark. He
Good
did
work.
indeed. Was Watkin. Has been pretty good there for Alex as well. Puts it out on top of the goal square.
101.
1, 2. That's a mark.
Oh,
And a
pay that.
free
Yeah,
kick.
he's paid
Surely
it.
umpire. He's chopped the arms. Take your pick. And the free kick should go to Alex's James box. And if he gets up, he should be in the box seat to kick this. About, what is he, about 15 metres out by the time he kicks this.
Yeah,
Pretty much
45
directly
degree
in
angle.
front.
He kicked the first two for you.
And we'll have to wait and see what he can do. He's kicked one. He's kicked 1-1 this afternoon. That was in the first quarter. James box, for those who are listening. And about 15 metres out, and that's a pretty good
He's
kick off
gone
the
right.
poop, but it's gone right. He has now kicked 1 goal too. Oh, needed that, didn't they? 3 goals, 6-24. Or Alex, 6-13-49. Kinglake at the 28-minute mark, and that's an opportunity gone. Could have just sparked them a little bit. Did really well to win that kick too for Alexandra, unfortunately. Amounted to nothing. Well, amounted to 1 point, I suppose. So the kick in from fullback Pretzel. It's been taken by White.
And he's run a very long way.
Yeah, that amazes me that no one ever gets pulled up for that.
And he got his kick out to the outer side, and it's come off hands with Alex playing in front there, and it's going to be a boundary throw-in just in front of Light Tower number 4. So around the grounds up by Tacoma, 3:12.30 at three-quarter time. Still ahead of Linda Thurney Creek, 2:7.19 as we hit three-quarter time, Leo.
Well, we did. I hit the roof.
So at three-quarter time here, it's Kinglake as 6:13.49, leading Alexandra at 3:6.24. We'll go back to the studios at Yarra Valley FM for our three-quarter time break and be back with you shortly for the last quarter. Thank you.
To see that people playing there with the one club, not like some people, Pretzel, who go from Belgrade
Premier
to
Division,
Ludlow.
speaking of netball.
Yes.
Narry Warren of 53, Beaconsfield 44, Wandon 61 and leading Doveton at 36. And I've just missed that one.
We'll get to the game, Pritch. You can
We
find
will.
that in a moment. As umpire Eglinton throws it for the start of the last quarter. It's Liam Vertigan to get us underway.
Underway. Thank you very much, Leo. They're going to go forward once again very quickly. Kinglake, there's a bit of a foot race here. Smart soccer skills going off the ground. It was a good clearing handball. Just missed the intended target. It went straight to the hands of Alexandra. They'll clear it now, but as soon as I clear it, it'll come straight back as an intercepts mark taken on the outer wing in front of the people there by Hannah. He'll look to go now. He plays on, kicks right in front of me, which is nice, but it's not a good kick, and that should be a mark taken. Yes, it is, and it'll be paid. And a mark taken there nicely by Kelly, who kick it once again down the line.
Oh, good.
And nice mark taken there, strongly out in front there by McKinlay. There's a bit of movement here. Either go down the line or kick it to the middle of the ground. He's played on now. He will go down the line of sorts. It's a bit of a helicopter of sorts as well. And that once again, intercept mark taken this time by Butterworth. So Butterworth now just backward a square of sorts. Pavilion side. Plays on now.
Off the side of
that's
the
a
boot.
wobbler. And that'll pitch just inside the boundary. And we'll have a throw in. We got a minute and a bit.
Division 1
Pretzel.
A-grade netball at the moment. Gembrook at 29, Emerald 64, Seville 39, leading Mount Evelyn 28.
Thanks, Pretzel. Throw. Oh, that's come off his head. Is that a
Falcon, Leo.
Well, it's a
That's what
falcon
that's
at the
for.
front. That must have been a hold at the back of his head. So it's right in front of us here in the commentary box at the moment. That should be just paid in the back against Tanner, just sitting on top of his opponent. The umpire says, no, it's all right. Bit of tunnel ball taking place. If it wasn't so funny, I wouldn't be laughing. That's just thrown further forward. Umpire's just letting them go because the ball's moving. And now umpire Malone says, I'll throw it up. Surely, if it's a falcon in the face, it's got to be holding in the back. That's almost a header. Worthy of the Euro Cup. Hannah gets a big fist into it there for Kinglake, or just ducking in out of trouble, unfortunately for Kinglake, but they couldn't get the footy. Back to McKinlay of Alex, wants to handball it, there was no one there to receive it. Trying to pick the footy up now for Kinglake. Well, for Alexandra, rather, was Jack. He couldn't get hold of it, and there is a free kick,
on
is
the
it?
footy.
Holding the ball, yep.
Holding the ball.
Didn't dispose of it correctly.
Just take it easy.
Going the other way of Galea here for...
So Galea's got it. Dean Galea, right in front of the Ray's rooms here at Alexandra. He's going to get the paint out and run her across the front, I'm pretty sure. Long kick up the line they go. Butterworth been pretty good for Kinglake so far today. There's a lot of players around the footy, but if a two kicking in, little kick come out of the pack from the Rebels there of Alexandra. No one can get the handball out. Umpire lets him play on once again. Butterworth goes straight in. Was that front on contact? I think yes, no, yes. He's played holding. I thought he got a dong on the head. It's probably the hardest part of his body, I reckon, for Butterworth. And he just says, hang on a second. Someone's just getting a bit of mud out of their eye. Nothing worse than that. Well, actually, it is. You get mud in both eyes. But Butterworth now goes right across the ground. That's a risk he wanted to take. Kinglake have probably done that a bit better than Alexandra. Umpire lets him go. Was that correct disposal? I'm not quite sure, but the play goes on. And now it's going to be a ball up.
Change of personnel and timekeeper's box too, Leo.
Yeah, interchange.
Interchange. The press is in. A1's out.
So ball up about 60 metres out. Umpire Ignorant says, I'm going to throw it up. Keep yourself a metre apart. He gets very pedantic about that. McKinley probably got the tap out there for Alexandra. Can they get out of here? Leading in the race for the footy there too was a box. Can he pick it up? He can't, so Kinglake can. They kick it in the open spaces, centre wing, broadcast side or member side of the ground. Nobody can stop on the slippery ground. Going in and out of trouble there was a young man there in Array, unfortunately. Took hold of it and couldn't get rid of it correctly. And just be careful, son. Don't give away a 20-metre penalty. Umpire gets in the way. Sets a nice little shepherd. Don't do anything silly. It was kicked down by Robertson of Kinglake. They go correctly across the other side of the ground through King. And the mark's been taken on the outer side. Is that Horman once again? There certainly is. And Horman has no problems kicking the distance. Just got to get the right accuracy.
We had a ripper game in the A grade of Division 2 at Powtown and Yarra Glen. Just one goal of difference there. Powtown got the chocolates on this occasion, 36-35.
Yeah, great game in netball that. So Horman has had the opportunity to kick a couple of goals. And from about 25 or 30 metres out, or probably a bit longer. It's a beautiful kick off the footy. Well, he can kick a ball, can't he? And he's done a beautiful job of that. And that's kicked the first goal in this last quarter. Goes the way of Chrissy Horman. That's his first as well. They go to 7-13, 55 now, leading Alex 3-6-24. We've been going 5 minutes already in quarter number 4. Had to think then.
Don't do it
it's
too
a thin
hard.
air up
Don't
there,
do it too hardly.
It's a thin air up there. It's all right. It's all good.
We want to get you home in one piece.
Well, got to be handy. I've got to get Liam home after that.
As long as you're back by Monday.
Yeah, I've got to be back
That's
by Monday, the boss said. Got to go back to work.
Well, Doveton have hit the lead again over Wandon. They're up by 2 points at the moment.
It's going to be a draw, though.
It's going to be a close one. And
it's going to be a draw. I want to share the points.
Wirry Alec have just got the 1 goal lead over Cranbourne as well. Some
Ball back in the middle now.
Premier.
Tap out, won that time by Kinglake and Hannah, who's rotated in the ruck. They slammed the ball inside forward 50. Went through the hands of about 3. What can Alexandra do here? They're going to try and get the ball out of defence, but there's an awful lot of numbers coming in for Kinglake. They can get a snap around the body and kick a... Behind. Got too excited there.
Yeah, that was Hamer. Opportunity gone there. 7-14-56 now, Kinglake. Alex still stuck on 3-6-24. Been going 6 in the minutes in the last quarter. As I said, the last goal of Alex, 25-minute mark of the first quarter. They've only kicked 4 behind since. Not a happy camp. We're just waiting for the footy.
Oh, yeah. Taking a little while to come out there. No club rooms people standing there anymore, Leo.
Correct. So we'll want to go short. Oh, no! Went short, missed everything. So it's gone in big trouble there as
he just
the coach had it.
Yeah, couldn't hook it around the corner enough there and got it out of bounds on the full instead.
Yeah, probably should have handballed it over the top because it was 3-on-1 situation. And Fairchild thought I can get this and just couldn't swing it around far enough. So free kick underway of Alex. 27
minutes gone at the MCG. 2 GWS still leading by 9 points. I think that should be all over.
Oof.
Oh, the barrel on the outside of the foot, it stays in though, across the face of goal and through the legs of his teammate and in front of Pywell there, and it's of Kinglake, and it's out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
So
not the best exits from Alexandra from defence in the last couple of efforts.
They want to try going towards the other end.
You sure?
Well, it's the best way, I think.
Nixon
There's no one up there. Have a look.
But bustled his way through, gets a foot on it, but falls in the hands of the opposition. But it's been intercepted here. I think it's by Butterworth.
It is Butterworth. And look, he's got a free player here, Pretz. Well, did have.
Yeah, they came in, and Pywell picks it up with one hand.
Up there.
Better skills than everybody in these conditions, but unfortunately couldn't dispose of it before he was tackled. And free kick's going to go the way of Alexandra through
Daniel. He's gone the other way as well. They're gone sideways. Just got to go forward.
Yeah, they found Norris. He's a long way from goal kicking home. And he's found Galea in the middle. He plays on quickly, and he's got Builder near the centre circle here. He's asking players to come at him. One does now, and he finds him at the target. It's Box. Kicks around the corner and didn't quite hit it sweetly.
That's Hannah.
So an intercept from Hammer. And away they go. Kinglake Nixon now. He's free at the top of the 50. Whoa. He can run to 45. Put it to the top of the goal square where Fairchild's got a one-on-one. It comes over the back through for a rush behind. And Kinglake move on to 7:15:57, leading Alexandra 3-6-24, and we've been going 8.5 minutes into the final quarter.
I thought Fairchild was trying to jump off the ground. He had the right leg off, but the left leg had grown roots into the ground. He just couldn't get out of it. There we go, short again this time, Pretz. Right in front of the broadcast van. This was a much better kick. The umpire didn't pay that mark to Noy. Thought he could have. Kinglake pick it up. Dodges one, dodges the other, and got tackled with it. Was Robertson.
Advantage.
And the free kick advantage. This time it's gone away. Wasn't much of an advantage. The kick was taken by Kelly. It's going to be turned over once again. This is Hamer with it on the left leg. Puts it out there towards the pieman in Eggington. And he's the only one who had eyes on the footy. He just kept running straight through it and took a nice mark on his chest.
Horman's upset. He called his, but Pywell took it off him from this distance. Pywell's probably better with it.
He is. He's kicked 3 goals at the moment, the Egg. Damien Pywell. He's going to have to only kick it about 25, 30 metres to get it through. Has a longer run up than the distance he's got to kick it. Coming in. Hop, skip, jump. Usually kicks the ball reasonably well, then just touches it with his toe.
No one on the line.
But just got over everyone's head. Fooled everybody there. Went for the big 6 and only just knuckled it down for a quick single. And Pywell puts goal number 4 on the board for himself, and 8 go on the board to Kinglake. They go to 8 goals, 15-63, leading Alex 3-6-24, nearly 10 minutes gone, quarter number 4. I don't think Alex can come back, Liam.
Oh no, I reckon that's all she wrote. Start the car sort of stuff here. Pywell leads Alexandra by 1 point too.
On his own. That's a terrible thing to say, Liam.
Oh.
Around the grounds in Division 1, Sevilla 80 over Mount Evelyn 47. They've kicked away again. Hillsville are 87 over Belgrave 29. Berwick Springs are 18 and Officer 87. And the Brookers are getting further behind, Leo. Emerald is 75. The Brookers are 46.
There we go. Score updates comprehensively done there by Cameron. That was a great pick up there indeed. He's a little bit of trouble there, I would think, but he had no prior at all. And going to have a ball up just in front of the people there, in front of the new rooms. We've gone 10.5 minutes in the final quarter. It's a 39-point lead to the Lakers of Emerald. As the ball's back up now. The good tap out that time was Hannah. They might clear the footy here, Kinglake, but no, when you slip over the footy and go onto the soft surface here, it'll be pretty hard to get out of when it's that congested as well. And once again for a ball up.
Doggies are back in front at Wandon, 47-43. Tight one down there.
It's going to be a draw.
Big call. Ball's back in the air. It's just trying to get through this contest here. Heap of numbers around the footy, just trying to scrap their way to it. Leoa called for a throw. Kick down the line. Good mark over the head there. Nicely taken there that time by White.
It's Olsen.
Oh, is it Olsen? Oh, my apologies. Looking at the wrong team sheet there. Kick short. Finds a target. Sliding through. Taking the mark was McAuliffe. Handballs over the top to a teammate and King. King tried to fend one off. And we'll have a throw in.
Boundary throw in, just to our left.
It is. Just waiting for the ball to come back in, Pretzel. There she goes. Good throw in, just 2. And a good tap out once more for Kinglake on hands and knees and trying to throw the footy out there was King. What they're going to do about now on the ground there, just slipping over the ball was Box of Alexandra. Everyone's just playing mud pies there at the moment. Getting some beautiful skin at the end of the day, these blokes. These mud packs are supposed to be good for your skin, Pretz.
I wouldn't know, Leo.
No, you didn't fall over, did you? Balance. Yeah, perfect balance, Liam. Up she goes. And then once again, gets a tap out. Been doing a good job since Graff went off with an injury. Was cleared out there by Boots of Alexandra. And the mark's been paid. They can play on straight away. On the left foot was Gabriel of Alexandra, and there's an opportunity now. Quick kick came out of the pack. It was by Cooper. Goes into our forward line there. Butterworth's been pretty good. Got the handball, just popped it up in the air. Nobody can pick it up. Kinglake out there, and a good mark taken. And away they go once more. This is Douglas with it now. Just taking his time. They don't need to rush for anything, Kinglake, as it comes down the line on the broadcast side or the member side of the ground. The mark's been taken there by McKinlay. And
intercepting, coming in from the side.
Yep, took a good mark. Hasn't been Alex's words. Just popped it up in the air. That should be a mark and or free kick. The advantage has been paid. And here they go now. A long kick in there by Benny Jack. Haven't seen too much of him today. We know how good a player he can be. It's been kicked out there once more by Kinglake, and it's just snuck inside the boundary line. And it's going to be another throw in. 13 gone. 63 Kinglake, 24 Alex. Last quarter action. And Alex just cannot get it further forward to 50. They really do need to get the score on the board if they can.
Yeah, they're trying their absolute hardest, but they can't get it past halfway of sorts, and that's been the case since the first quarter as the ball was tossed back in. And as soon as it was tossed back in, we're having another ball up. Just about 5 or 10 metres inside the boundary line in front of the Kinglake bench. Back up now. Tap out one once again by Kinglake, but numbers behind the ball here for Alex. They will go inside forward 50, and once again, can't get anyone to mark it, and it's been intercepted once again. It looks like Kennedy back there once again, who's taken another intercept mark. Hicks it short. Oh, slipped through the fingers that time of Hammer I should say. He might just butter up and get another chance to get the footy, although it's handball to a teammate instead of him. And Alexandra look to go inside 450 again. They do so now. They're just a little bit inside, but as soon as they get it in, it's just rolled over the boundary line. They're going to have a throw in. About 40 out.
It's a long way from us. Just waiting for the players to get into position here, boundary umpires. Didn't do it now though, they just picked up and chucked it in. Chuck it in, that's the way. Well done, good throw in too. Tapped out there for Alexandra by Keith. Can they get something out of this, Alexandra? They just love to get another score on the board, love to get a goal. Haven't kicked one since the 25-minute mark of that first quarter. In fact, kicked 4 behind since then. This is not the Alex we know. I think they are a much better dry weather side. They certainly like to run and share the footy. In unfortunate conditions today don't allow you to do it. As umpire Eglinton throws it up once again. Big leap up there by Butterworth in the ruck for Kinglake that time. They can certainly share the load around a bit. Losing Graff there, Kinglake didn't help them too much, but they've got plenty of other opportunities. There's going to be another throw in, edging ever so close to the Alexandra goals. They're not too far away now. What can happen here? Good tackle by Keith. Handball comes out the back of the pack. The umpire says, drip it, through it.
Trippy's paid.
Trippy's paid, and the free kick there going the way. That could be either Fairchild or McDonald back there. Can't see because there's a muddy number on the back. So it's in the back pocket for Kinglake. Wants to come down the member side of the ground. Standing in front. Umpire says that's in the back or a bit of a high contact. And the free kick going to go the way of Alexandra. Goes short into the forward 50. Mark's been taken, but there's still a long way out. It's in the hands of Cooper.
Cooper looking for leads. He's got one there, but ignores it from Norris. He goes long to the goal square. Kinglake have the numbers there. Big pack forms coming off the back. They're able to try and pick it up. Alex coming now to trying and win the ball back. It's tapped around like a bit of pinball there towards the pocket. Players dive on top of it. We'll probably see a ball up here, and we do. Just in the pocket here at the northern end. The Alexandra ground.
That is going to be a big bonfire, Pretz.
It is. It's going to be great.
That's fantastic.
So ball up now. In the pocket. It's tapped down. Plenty of players around this. Going to see another one there as well. And it's all tied up down at the Tiger Den at the Silverdome layout.
Oh, what?
32 apiece.
They've kicked all these behinds down there, haven't they? The goals are very close together down there, if I remember rightly, Pretzel.
Yep. And a free kick.
Oh, we were going to say, we've got to get a free kick sooner or later. It's gone against Butterworth. And I think he's just chuckling to himself. He said, I should have counted to 5 because I knew the next whistle was going to be a free kick and it's going to go the way of Alex. So here's an opportunity to kick a goal. And it's in the hands of Benny Cooper.
Yep.
So Ben Cooper, pretty tight angle. Does tend to want to drift across the face of goal from this particular angle, but there seems to be no breeze now. So Ben Cooper, let's hope he can kick a goal here for Alex. Awkward looking kicking style. Coming off the boot, not too bad, and he's missed to the left-hand side. And unfortunately for him and Alexandra, it's only registers a behind. That's their first score this quarter. They go to 3-7-25. They trail Kinglake 8-15-63. We've been going now just over 17 minutes in the last quarter.
So once we get the footy back, which we do now, Kinglake will take the kick out. Can Alex get some score back for some pretty good effort throughout the afternoon? They're going to bring the ball out this side. He's got an absolute paddock.
Well,
he can go for a run. A smart interchange indeed. He ran about 20 metres, kicked short, finds a teammate in McAuliffe. McAuliffe plays on. He'll go short. Just not getting to Robertson on the full. He'll give it back to McAuliffe, who should... Oh, he makes a would-be defender slip down like a basketballer and kick short. Mark taken this time by McDonald. So McDonald now, not too far out from home. One kick and they're inside 50 like he does so now. It's a 2-on-1 here. Slips through one hands. Comes out the back and the kick is from Saddington. Squares it up nicely. Went through. It was a good fist away. Handballing quickly. You might have to help me out, Leo. It's out of my vision. I'm trying to go off the screen.
There we go. It's right in front of us now. They can get the break. The handball came in the hands of Boots and to go to his teammate, and Riley Norris goes along. Straight up down the ground. It went pretty high and pretty long. Can anyone take a mark there? It was that man Butterworth, been very good at centre half back. Once more, Kinglake, they can clear out to the outer side of the ground. He's got a player leading in the race for the football in Hamer. What can he do with it? He picks it up now, goes to a teammate. The old one-arm tackle, it's an absolute beauty. Not much you can do about it. Clark got a quick kick, but they let the play go on. There's still plenty of Kinglake players out there. The old 1-2 handball, and they kick it very, very short. The umpire says it's Bob, I paid that mark. I didn't think it went far enough, but it did. And player all on his own once again, taking the mark. This time is Saddington. Go short over Horman's head. He's standing all alone as well. It's the Pieman. Gets bustled out the way. It was well done there by Ferguson.
Good by Horman. We used his head.
Well, he did indeed. He did it well there too. And still down on the ground.
He is.
Not happy about it. And it's going to be a ball up, I believe. Getting up very slow for Kinglake. Is that Horman? I think it is.
Yeah, it is. Yep. He went for the smother and just went past his arm and straight to the side of his head.
Yeah, not good. Umpire Malone says you're okay. Right, I'll throw it up. Nixon takes it out of the ruck. That's incorrect disposal, umpire, but he let him get away with it. A little handball over the top there. That was by Cooper. Couldn't find a teammate now. It's back in the hands of Kinglake. That's sort of a half throw, half handball. That's okie dokie. Nobody can get much purchase on it now. Powell's got it once again. Gets a kick out of the pack. Goes into the goal square. A good strong mark in front. Is that Fairchild?
Yep.
I think it is. And right in the middle of the goal square, so we'll go directly in front. And the coach, Andy Fairchild. Opportunity to kick his third. He's kicked 2 goals, 4 so far. And takes one step, puts a bit of a wedge into it, and it goes straight through the middle.
Straight over the departer.
And another goal on the board to Kinglake. They go to 9 goals, 15-69. They lead Alex 3-7-25, 20 and a bit minutes gone. Quarter number 4. And I think safe to call that Kinglake probably will hang on to win, I think.
I would be safe to say that, Leo. And Linda have hit the front, Leo. So up by Tacoma, 3-14-32.
3-14?
Linda, 4-10-34.
So what's going on over there?
Beaconsfield have doubled Narry's score at the moment, 72-36. Wandon is skipping away here, Leo, over to Doveton there, 8-12-60. Doveton are 5-14-44.
Well, how's it going to be a draw then?
And Cranbourne and Woori-Alec is a draw, Leo, at the moment. 39 apiece in the fourth quarter.
I've got to get a draw somewhere. I was just thinking that Wandon and Doveton might have had a bit of a word to each other and just sort of sorted themselves out. That's only my conspiracy theory, Pretzel. Still in the centre of the ground, Liam.
Ball back in the air now. Bit of bustling going on there. Getting the tap out that time was Hannah for Kinglake, but the ball's gone towards Alexandra's forward 50. Can they go in deep and get another couple back perhaps? Maybe not at the moment, as there's still a heap of amount of players around this footy. And I think that's going to be locked in once again. That won't be going anywhere. And just for some context, just got a photo sent to me. Coldstream Seniors are 221 points in front against their opponent there in the Eastern Football League. So
who are they playing? No one.
Got no idea. They didn't tell me. But anyway, they're 221 points in front. The ball's back in the air.
Close that door.
It is a bit fresh, that's for sure. No one's been able to get possession. And once again, we'll have a ball up. 22 minutes have gone in the final quarter.
Is that a penguin in front of us, Pretzel? Oh, that's a magpie.
No,
Sorry. I just didn't know how far south we were at the moment. We're up the Arctic at this stage. Umpire Egginton throws the ball up once again. No other ruckman got the tap on that. Just went straight up and went straight down. Picking the footy up and getting tackled straight away there was Adams of Kinglake, but they can spread it out once more. They've got plenty of numbers. It's in the hands here of McDonald. Comes down the broadcast side of the ground. It's about 50 out. The Pieman's chasing it. Fairchild's chasing it. Nobody can pick it up. Trying to do so was Collard of Alexandra. Pywall goes in once again. Everybody overruns it. And there's a little handball over the top, if you can call it that. Got it to Ferguson on the left foot for Alex, and they kick it off the ground, and it goes out of bounds for a throw in.
Collard.
It did indeed, and it's right in front of Ray's rooms once again, and it's going to be a throw in.
Seville are 82 over Mount Evelyn 59. Hillsville 95 over Belgrave 35. And yeah, the Brookers are still down, Leo, unfortunately. Emerald 82, Brookers 47.
Yeah, had no luck at all.
The Officer 106 leading Berwick Springs 18.
Going to have another ball in. Just ticked into the 24th minute of play. Tap out that time was won by McKinlay for Alexandra. There's about 4 Lakers jumpers around this football. A quick handball went towards them, but alas, it's gone out of bounds for another throw in. 23 and a half gone, final quarter.
Other Division 2 matches, Powtown 144 leading Yarra Glen at 53.
Wow.
Broadford 14 trailing Warby 89. And Yea 22 trailing Junction 110.
Okay, some big scores there, and conditions like this can certainly sort people out pretty quickly. It's not easy to play in. You just got to try and keep your feet as best you can. Both ruckmen went up and just went straight down the ground. McKinley goes in once more for Alexandra. He's tried his heart out, but it's going to be another ball up. And umpire Malone says, give it to me, boys. These two sides, no doubt, will come across each other once again come finals time, but Alex certainly need to work out what they want to do with the footy. Just kicked in the open spaces. In fact, it's right in the centre of the ground here at Rebel Park. Hookun leading the race for the footy, trying to pick it up on the go. There was Riley Norris. Got tackled immediately and got stumped, I think, because he's right at the end of the cricket pitch. And it's going to be another ball up. Greg Malone says, I'm going to throw it up here.
Yeah, right in the centre circle.
Why not? Up she goes. Take it off the pitch. McKinley this time for Alex. Got the tap down, but unfortunately there's only Kinglakeans there. You know, good little tackle laid there. Was it good enough? McDonald laid the tackle. Is going to be rewarded for it. And Alex just try and get another goal on the board. Big crowd here today to witness these new rooms, which we're allowed to enter after all the COVID incidents that have been happening. The official opening happening next week, Pretzel, when Yea come up here.
Yep.
Should be an absolute beauty to Derby, Yea and Alex. If you're around, come and see it and have a look at these beautiful rooms here at Alexandra. It's in the forward 50. Alexandra, what can they do with it this time? Can they get a goal? I don't know about it. It wasn't an ordinary kick, exactly as you said there, Pretzel. Or was that chip? I can't quite. Sorry, mate. It's pretty hard when you've got a mask across your face, and it's gone out of bounds about 35, 40 metres out from their goal.
All the close games today in Premier Division, Leo.
Oh, that's good to see. Where's the footy?
Yeah, it's
they should try these new. They should turn these new lights on.
I was just thinking that myself.
It would be good.
Ray should give us a viewing of these new lights. At Kinglake going in the outer side, get it up towards the wing in front of Lighttower number 3. Ooh. And Fairchild number 3 takes the mark. They're waiting for players to get back there because they're all pushed back defensively because they're structured fairly well down there today. As I said a couple of times, but the builder from Alex, he's intercepted it, kicked it in board towards Cooper. He plays on quickly, gets toward half forward. It's a good. Riley Norris. I don't think it'll look like a Norris, but it's Riley on this occasion taking that mark. Just out there near the scoreboard. Chipping into the leading player, and a free kick's going to be paid here to Kinglake because he's just been barrelled over. And that's Fairchild pushing back too. So I think he's just trying to ice the rest of this game, Leo.
Well, it's icy, all right, Pretzel, because it's about 0 degrees, feels like -4. Goes in the middle of the ground. Good mark taken there by McAllister. He can play on straight away. Comes towards the broadcast side of the ground. And a good mark taken out there. They can play on straight away. This is Allman with it. He's 50-plus metres out. And look at that. Spots up and playing on straight away, running into an open goal. Thank you very much.
Checking there from
And that is Robertson. And he puts through his first goal. And they just go further ahead, don't they? Kinglake, 10 goals, 15, 75. And they are now 50 points ahead. Alex, 3-7, 25. And we've been going 26 and a half minutes come this last quarter. That was nice. Probably the best bit of play with that, I think, Liam, for the day.
Yeah, nice and quick. It looks like that a little bit of fatigue is set in for the Rebels boys. They left a couple of men open here, and Robertson just was allowed to run into an open goal there.
They certainly did, and that was well played. Horman's been very, very good indeed, and I suppose probably 5 out of 6 of the best players belong to Kinglake today.
As the ball's back in the middle, tap out was won that time by Alexandra as a couple of players are just sort of sliding ice skating style towards the football there, as it looks like that Kinglake are going to try and get the ball forward once again. They're getting pretty close to getting it forward. A little kick off the ground might get them forward. That's a little bit too high. Umpire, none coming towards. Getting the handball quickly away there was Cooper for Alexandra, and now kicking the ball away was Olsen towards the middle of the ground. No one can mark. Umpires found a free kick for too high. The non-officiating umpires found it, and it'll go the way of Kinglake. So, kicking to the outer side that time nicely was Robinson. And they're kicking inside forward 50 now. He's by himself again. And the mark has been taken that time on the chest of King.
Yep, Rowan King. No, he might be a bit too far out for him, I think, there. Well, he gives it a good roost. In fact, it looks pretty good. Is it going to make the distance? No, it's gone out in the full. Just a bit too much hook on it.
Touched, boundary umpire says.
Okay,
So
goal umpire said on the full. Another score review. And the umpire says, yep, it's out in the full. Goal umpire signal there. He was closest to it, and the free kick going away there over David Ray. Kicks it out a little way there, unfortunately for him. It lands in the hands of Kinglake once again.
McAuliffe, I think it is left.
Okay, with McAuliffe with the long sleeve.
Play on, he's called. He's been called to play on.
Well, why not? And it's long kick into the goal square now. An opportunity comes off hands, and it's been rushed through for a behind there to Kinglake. 10-16 now, 76. Kinglake leading Alex 3-7, 25, 28 and a half gone, quarter number 4. And it's been off hands. Here we go, Pretz, go.
Yeah, Dengler, he picked it up, got it over to Cooper. Cooper's chip kick into the middle. It's found a teammate. They're playing on quickly. And dodged around. Back to McKinley. Now to Box. And Box has kicked it out in space in front of Norris. Norris has grabbed his opponent and dragged him out of the way and then got tripped. And the trip's been seen. not the grab before.
I like
that. So Norris, he's probably, well, on a dry conditions, he's close enough to score. But on a wet day like today, he's possibly a bit too far out, so they should be on the line. And he's going to have a shot after the siren, Leo.
Yeah, that's going to help.
So he's got to go straight. He can't. He's got to kick straight over the man on the mark. Comes as close as he can. Puts it up there. It's going to fall short, I think. As all the players go up against each other, and no score, Leo. So our final score of the afternoon is Kinglake 10-16-76 defeated Alexandra 3-7-25. We might go back to the studios of Yarra Valley FM for a short break and then come up and wrap up today's action.